Hey, this is Big Papa Pump Scott Steyer, and you're watching WTF Podcast, hosted by Devon and his other co-host, Austin, who are self-admittedly a couple of fat asses. And everybody knows I hate fat asses, so put the Twinkies down, stop eating the potato chips, stop putting extra mayonnaise and mustard on your Whopper, and stop being a couple of fat asses. Also, Devon says Austin is an AEW mark. But it doesn't matter because you guys are still fat neckbeard asses. Fat asses. And everybody knows I hate fat asses.
All right,
Hello.
everybody. Welcome back to the What the
Welcome.
Fuck podcast.
This is episode number
35.
fucking 35. We're edging. You know, Austin, it just occurred to me. We have more episodes of the podcast than there is seasons of The Simpsons.
Ugh.
Think about that.
Ugh.
Oh, but don't worry, they'll catch up because they already got renewed for season 32, 33, 34, and 35, I think. So they're catching up to us. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for episode number 35, and we got quite a few topics today. We got some wrestling reviews to get into later on in the podcast, but what would we like to kick the podcast off with?
Well, I guess we could talk about fucking Sniper Wolf, because she's the big fucking topic this week.
So are we going right into your cancel segment?
Might as well.
So
Alright.
I'm curious, so do you want to, give some, history on Sniper Wolf and everything you know, and then I can, explain the drama to you since I watched a video about it?
Yeah.
Alright.
So
without further ado, here's the history of Sniper Wolf's controversies by Austin Artist.
I know a lot about Sniper Wolf, not by choice. Not by choice. Her fucking controversies are fucking endless. Her first big one was, it was either Phase Sensei or Phase Censor. She had, texted him saying that, oh, you're cute. Keep in mind she was in a relationship at this point. So he was going like, oh, okay. Like, he had saw her and she's like, oh, okay. Like, call me. And she would goes, I would chat more, but I'm in an abusive relationship that I can't get out of.
Jesus
So
Christ.
she then, after all this happened, she would then go on to state that she had never tried to hook up with anybody that was in the FaZe clan.
Oh.
And then either Phase Sensei or Phase Censor, I don't know which one. They both sound the same. I don't know, but he went on to say that fucking Sniper Wolf did try to hook up with him while she was in a relationship, and lied about not doing so. So basically gave the screenshots and everything, went through the Verizon store to get stuff off of his iCloud to show the text from his fucking iCloud. Yes.
Oh no.
And she was trying to fucking cover it up. Well, you can't get text logs for months because you have to verify with Verizon. He's like, no, this is on the fucking iCloud, you dumb winch. So there's that.
Christ.
And she's still in the relation. I'm pretty sure she's still in the relationship with that guy that she was talking about. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure she is. So there's that. There's also other controversies where she's been completely racist. She's transphobic. Fucking she fat shames people who don't even deserve it. And not to say that people deserve that shit, because nobody deserves that shit. But God, people that are only 125 pounds, she'll fucking fat shame and call pigs and shit. She's called multiple black people monkeys. She said the N-word hard R. She's fucking sit there and got into a drama with a goddamn porn star of all people, where she sit there and like slandered the porn star so much that the porn star has threatened to sue her.
Jesus
Basically,
Christ. Sounds like a
basically,
fun person.
yeah. And then
Jesus.
she'll come at people and flag their videos and take them down because like of the shit. Then there's also a controversy where the amateur like porn of her got leaked and nudes got leaked, and she said it was not her, but it was fucking her. Everybody had proved it because of what she was wearing in the video and what she's wearing in the photos and what she's wearing in other photos and shit like that. So she has, if you really want to look that up, people, because I know there's some fucking sick fucks that like people like this. If you want to look that up, people, she has that out there. So there you go. But she's just a vile fucking human being in general. Like a sickening fucking piece of shit. Like she's. I was telling Devin the only way that she can be a more worse human being and piece of shit is if she fucking did some pedophile shit or got arrested. Which I haven't even looked up. I'm actually gonna look up if she's gotten arrested before or not, and what she got arrested for, because I have seen a mugshot that looks extremely like her on Catalyst's video. So SS Sniper Wolf. I need to see. Alright. Oh my fucking god. Her boyfriend got arrested 3 times. Jesus Christ. Oh! For attempted armed robbery. And she was arrested in... Oh no. Okay. I'm going to Wikitubia for this, so... You know, that's fucking...
What is Wikitubia?
It's basically a Wikipedia for YouTube.
Mm.
Let me see. YouTube career. Personal life. Come on. I don't care about the games she fucking played. Controversies. Okay. Oh, okay. Here's all of her controversies. Because there's a whole... Oh my god, there's so many. There's some that I don't even know about. Okay. So, exposing Girl Gone Gamer. In October 2015, Aaliyah posted a video claiming that Girl Gone Gamer faked the footage of her in her Call of Duty Let's Plays, going so far as to post a video since set to private, claiming to expose Girl Gone Gamer.
Mm-hmm.
She was sued by Enigma Hood on August 10th, 2016. Aaliyah was her real name is Aaliyah. Aaliyah was sued by Enigma Hood after she slandered him in a video, stating that he was a convicted sex offender. On September 29th, 2017, Enigma Hood's defamation case against Aaliyah was dismissed as he could not prove that her comments affected him in his local area. He was subsequently booked in jail for 2 days.
Wow.
After accused of lying about her Overwatch rank. In February 2017, Aaliyah was accused of lying about her reaching the top 500 in Overwatch on her own.
Why would you lie about Overwatch? That game fucking sucks ass.
She enlisted the support of other players To boost her account, Aaliyah responded in the pinned comment to her on her original top 500 video, and the person that helped her responded with another video on February 24th addressing Aaliyah's claims. Oh, good mythical morning. On March
no.
on March 11, 2018, it was announced that Aaliyah would be appearing on the following week's Good Mythical Morning video, but when the announcement video received high-level dislikes and drew a lot of comments from people, her appearance was cancelled, and the announcement video was deleted from the channel. Exposed by Nerd City. On May 18, 2018, Nerd City released a video featuring Max Mofo and Rusty Cage in which they address Aaliyah's hypocrisy with regards to her comments on other women by showcasing her persistent photo alterations. The Kids' Choice Awards. On March 23rd, 2019 and May 2nd, 2020, Aaliyah won Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Award for Favorite Gamer. This was met with a lot of backlash from many people on the internet who stated that she was not a true gamer due to the majority of her content being reaction-based. As of 2019, other people began believing that KCAs were rigged and completely biased, considering other people nominated for favorite gamers, such as Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Ninja. She won over Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Ninja.
Why?
I don't know. Who have more gaming-based content. Several users then began to put offensive inputs and theories on why she won. And now it's talking about the shit. Oh no. Oh my. Now it's talking about the shit that we're about to talk about, but I'm still looking at stuff. There's something that she got arrested for. Okay, so holy fucking crap. Holy shit. Alright, so basically she reached 1 million subscribers in 2015, and 6 years later she reached 30 million.
Jesus Christ.
And keep in mind, oh my fucking Jesus Christ. Okay, so from 2020, January 25th, she had 18 million. So in 2 years, she gained 12 million.
God damn.
Don't know how, but you know. I'm trying to find, because there was something that said something about her getting. That's icing on the cake.
What?
She's appeared in multiple Darman videos.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, you want to know what her first YouTube name was?
What?
Sexy Snexy Sniper.
I'm guessing that's what SS Sniper Wolf stands for.
I'm guessing.
Sexy Sniper Wolf. Gee, she had to have gotten that name from playing COD. Like, there's why else would you make your name that? Like, it's such a first-person shooter gamer name. That's like some name you would see on fucking like Xbox Live back in like 2010.
I'm actually trying to see why she got arrested, because she got arrested once.
How do you know she got arrested?
Because her mugshots are online. Like, her actual fucking mugshots are online. Drama Alert covered it too, but I'm not gonna watch a whole fucking Drama Alert video.
Drama Alert's involved in what she's into now as well, so.
Well, I'm trying to. Alright, SS Sniper Wolf. She was arrested on August 13th, 2016, after neighbors heard screaming from her apartment and called the police. The next day, she tweeted a photo of her mugshot and said, "So neighbors called the cops because they heard some screaming, and I got arrested for disorderly conduct. LOL. Here's my mugshot. She posted her mugshot on Twitter. What
Jesus
the fuck?
Christ.
Like, why?
Wait, what? Wait, but I'm pretty sure like police wouldn't give her mugshot, would they?
Well, here's the
I'm
thing.
pretty sure they don't
Mugshots,
do that.
but mugshots appear online, especially if it's a famous person. Like, you can
Mhm.
find multiple mugshots of famous people online easily.
Well, yeah, I'm
So,
just curious as to like why she has her own mugshot, like because it makes it sound like she like faked getting arrested or something and made like a fake mugshot and then put it online to try to like get people to believe that she got arrested for like views or something. I don't know. That's just what it seems like to me.
I don't know. She's known for being hypocritical and a liar. So, who
Well, I
fucking
mean,
knows? Who fucking knows? But I'm just trying to think here. Like, apparently her boyfriend has been arrested multiple fucking times. Her
just a
boyfriend's name is
wonderful,
Evan
wonderful
Sausage.
person.
Boyfriend is Evan Sausage.
What kind of name is that?
Uh,
That's his actual name, Evan Sausage.
that's his Twitter name, at least.
I was gonna say, there's no way his actual last name is Sausage. Like that's an unfortunate last name.
Oh my
If
fucking
that's true.
god! Here's more mugshots. Yeah,
But
this is an actual mugshot. So okay, so not only was he was arrested with her in 2013 for armed
oh
robbery.
no, armed robbery.
Yes, both for armed robbery.
What the fuck?
Keemstar tweeted the fucking. It's on. Oh my god! It's on a government website. Give me a second. What's the website that you could use to fucking look up that stuff? I need to look up if this is actually fucking real. Um,
Jesus, what is wrong with Sniper Wolf? Like, how do how I don't even know what to say. Like, how do people support her so much?
I'm trying to.
Well, I mean, I know the answer to that. It's because she's a fucking hot female YouTuber. That's why people support her. And people can tell me, oh, that's bullshit. Oh, that's not true. Oh, that's not a reason to support somebody. Come on. We'd all be lying to ourselves if we said people didn't care about Sniper Wolf. Or people wouldn't. We'd be lying if we said that people didn't care about Sniper Wolf only for the fact that she's a hot female YouTuber. If she wasn't attractive, nobody would give a single fuck about Sniper Wolf.
Enter her name. What's her fucking. Alright, I'm checking. What's her fucking name? Like, first and last name. Leah Selesh. Leah.
Jeez, it's taking you a while to find this. Goddamn.
I think that's how you spell it. Give me a second. Yeah. Search. Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm checking the. I'm skipping the. It's checking. They're checking.
So gotta give it a minute. His Missouri internet is slow.
Don't. Yep. It's fucking. It's
Where were they
real.
trying to? Where the fuck were they trying to commit rob? Oh my god. Um, I almost said robbed armory. Armed robbery.
I genuinely don't know. I don't know.
Imagine it's like some
Like,
dumb shit, like it's like GameStop or something.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Well, anyway, we know that she got arrested, so for that, and that's fucking. But people support her for some odd reason.
Jesus Christ. I genuinely don't get it.
Well, are you ready to hear about the drama that she's in right now?
Might as well. I know a little bit about it, but you might as well just talk about it.
So, I watched a video on this today. Actually, let me see whose video it was, because I want to give him credit, because it's a really good video. Hold on, let me find it in my history. Alright. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Alright. So, it was by a YouTuber named Optimus. He did a video on the current SS Sniper Wolf drama that's going on, and basically, here's the gist of what happened. So basically, there was this sick girl, this little girl that was sick. Her name was Kira or Kiara, it was something like that, and basically she is sick with cancer, and she only had, from what the mom says, she only had a few days to live, and her favorite YouTuber was SS Sniper Wolf, and the mom messages SS Sniper Wolf. I think it was on Instagram or it could be Twitter. It was something like that. She DM'd SS Sniper Wolf and said, "Hey, like, my daughter is about to die from cancer, and like, uh, you're her favorite YouTuber, and like I would love for you to be able to like, send her like a message saying hi, or talk to her or something like that, just something to help her in her final days or whatever." So Sniper Wolf messages back and is like, hold on, actually let me see if I can look up the screenshots of it, because that'll probably help out. SS Sniper Wolf screenshots. Okay, I'm trying to see if they come up. Yeah, so Sniper Wolf says, "Hello, I would love to send her a video message or chat with her." So then the mom responds and says, "Oh my god, hi. Oh my god, she would love to talk to you. However we can. Thank you so much." Sniper Wolf said, "Hi, would love to tomorrow if that's okay." The mom says, "If it doesn't disrupt your Christmas, yes please." Let me see if I can find the other ones. Um, trying to, and then so basically after that, the mom like posted it to her story. So then SS Sniper Wolf responds and says, "Hi, please don't post messages. I don't usually do this, and I don't want other people to spam me asking for video messages." The mom said, "Okay, I'm so sorry. I deleted it. I didn't know that. I'm sorry." So then basically they were trying to figure out a time, and Sniper Wolf kept making up the excuse that she was too busy and couldn't find time in her day to do this, couldn't find 5 minutes in her day to do a video message for this kid that was dying with cancer. And um so the like basically she was making up the excuse of saying like, "Oh, I'm too busy today, I can't, but maybe tomorrow or Sunday." And then the next day came, and the mom like asked about it again, and uh, Sniper Wolf was like, oh, well, I can't because it's going to have to be at this time. And she was trying to do it at like midnight. And the mom was like, well, she's a little girl. She's not going to be awake at fucking midnight. And Sniper Wolf was like, oh, well, all right, then we'll have to try another time. And it was just like back and forth of that and her making excuses. And then, like, Sniper Wolf tried to make up the excuse that her. So she posted a photo of her eating like this dessert at a restaurant, and she like made up the excuse that her family had flown in for Christmas and that she was spending time with them, so she was too busy to do it. And uh, the mom was like, "Oh well, that's all right or whatever." And then, but then she contradicted herself because she said that she didn't have time to do it because she's worried about her family because her family is sick. And so the mom was like, "Well, that doesn't make sense. You're seeing your family, but they're also all very ill. Like that doesn't make sense. Like why would they even fly in?" And then Sniper Wolf just kept like she just kept like making excuses. So then Sniper Wolf says, "We can keep trying to do this, but my day is usually very busy, so I don't know when I can." So the mom messages and she just has enough of it. She says, "You know, my daughter looks up to you. She loves you. Watched you her whole cancer treatment the past year. It would have been nice for you to just say hi. It's okay. She's dying and literally has days left to live. I just tried to make my daughter's last wishes happen. You shouldn't have reached out because then I could have just told Kiara we tried. I told you you messaged. I would told her you wanted to say hi, and instead you blew off a dying 10-year-old girl for days. But it's all good," is what the mom said.
She's not wrong.
So so then just it so then Sniper Wolf got all offended at it. I'm trying to find the screenshot. Uh, she said she responded to that because the mom posted the chats on her story and basically exposed Sniper Wolf for ghosting. And so Sniper Wolf replied and said, "No need to be rude. I said I would do it. It's Christmas and my family's visiting." And the mom just messaged and said, "We are good." And then Sniper Wolf just left her on red, and the mom blocked her. And so, so, so then Keemstar picked up on it, and Keemstar basically did a video. This is it's funny. You know what's funny, Austin? Didn't Keemstar saying he's retiring?
Yeah, he's supposed to be retiring in March.
But so Keemstar decides to get himself involved in this. So he starts calling out Sniper Wolf for it on Drama Alert and all this shit. So then Sniper Wolf gets pissed at Keemstar and she starts tweeting about him and she blocks Keemstar on Twitter. And I'm gonna have to try to find some of the tweets, but
You know, I never
so
thought I would say this, but Keemstar's in the right here.
like, hold on, let me go back to. I'm trying to, because the site, I think it was this site I was on, had like one of her tweets that she put about the mom, I think. Let me. So Sniper Wolf got a lot of fan backlash. So she put on Twitter right after her argument with the mom and said, "People just want an excuse to start drama. I have gotten into contact with the girl's mom and I have sent her a video." But so I guess in the end she ended up doing it, but it took fucking people calling her out and trying to expose her for being a cunt for ghosting a 10-year-old ill child that just wanted a hi message from her. And it took the internet shitting on her to get her to actually do it because she claimed she was so fucking busy that she couldn't take 5 minutes out of her fucking day for a sick child. Like, and the thing is that there's people defending her, saying that, well, most people's defense is that she's hot and she's beautiful. That's what most of the defense is. But other people's defense is saying, "Oh well, like, it's not Sniper Wolf's fault. She doesn't have to do the video. She doesn't want to. She's not morally obligated to do the video. So why should she have to take time out of her day for that kid if she doesn't want to? She doesn't have to do it. Why is everybody making it seem like it's such a big deal that she has to do this? And it's like, okay, well, like, if she didn't want to do it, she could have just said that she was too busy and wasn't going to be able to do it. But she could have at least sent like a video of her saying hi or something, which would have took like 10 fucking seconds. And even if she was too busy for that, she could have said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I'm too busy, but uh, I wish her well wishes," or something like that. But the way Sniper Wolf went about it, like, you don't have to fucking ghost the person and lead them on for days and days and days because this little girl's time was fucking running out. I don't know if the girl has passed away by the time this podcast has come out. I don't know. There's no update on that. But like, the way Sniper Wolf went about it was just completely wrong. Like, you don't just ghost somebody like that for days and days and promise them and lead them on and then just keep ghosting them and make excuses. Like, fucking, it's so fucked up. It really is. Like, and I really wonder how that little girl feels about it, knowing that she's fucking dying of cancer and doesn't have much time left, and that her favorite YouTuber that's her idol and that she looks up to, like, couldn't even find the time out of her day to send her a message or anything. Like, it's really fucked up. It is really fucked up. But since it's Sniper Wolf, I'm not surprised. Now that I know all this other stuff she's done, like, I'm really not surprised. But then she tries to defend herself on Twitter and make it seem like she was the good person in this, and made it seem like the mom was the bad person for calling her out and trying to expose her and shit, and like trying to make it seem like Keemstar was the bad person in this situation. But that's pretty much the whole situation as of right now. So, what's your thoughts on all this, Austin?
My thoughts is fucking Sniper Wolf is one of the biggest cunts on YouTube. I think she might be almost as actually she's probably at just as bad as Kanamangu at this fucking
Oh my
point.
god.
She's scummy.
Isn't it funny
fucking
how all, like, most of these super attractive women that are famous on the internet are really fucking
See,
bitches?
here's the thing.
Like,
Here's the thing. I don't even think Sniper Wolf is that plastic. I don't even think she has any plastic on her. I know Tanamangu has plastic on her. I
Oh,
know
God.
that bitch has plastic. But I don't know. It's like, and not only that, like, just like
Mhm.
Sniper Wolf is such a fucking toxic bitch. Like, the fact, like, she would go and say shit that, like, Alyssa Violet would fuck fake FaZe Banks and fuck Jake Paul just to get a room to stay in. Like, I'm not even that big of a fan of Alyssa Violet, but that's still, you like, there's no reason, you have no fucking idea what's going on with that. There's no reason
If
you should be
anything,
putting your
Sniper Wolf
fucking
would probably be
giant
that
ass
person.
nose. Yeah, if
Oh,
anything,
no. Like,
if anything, the bitch that fucking, like, sit there and got arrested for armed robbery, got sued by a porn star, and sit there is ghosting a 10-year-old fucking cancer patient.
didn't she try to sue Scarce too?
Oh yeah, she tried to sue Scarce because Scarce dared to put one clip of her video in his video. So
Oh,
he had
no,
to take it out.
Do you think she's gonna sue us, Austin?
No, because we're not putting clips in. See, we're the smart ones because we're not putting clips. Because like, you know, if that was the case, Kavos would have gotten fucking sued by now. Because he has tons of fucking clips.
Yeah, she seems like the type of person that, like, if you bring up her name in any negative way, she just seems like the type of person that's gonna, like, slam a lawsuit on you. Like,
And she's also one of those people that's like, oh, I don't want to use my body or anybody else's body for clickbait. But yet, her thumbnails now have so much fucking clickbait of her ass, other people's ass, shit like
And
that.
doesn't she
And
Photoshop them too?
yeah, she photoshops her fucking ass and shit like that. And then she also in her sexy sniper shit, when she had that channel, she would make videos about how and make comments in her videos about how, oh, her boobs are too small. Oh, I'm unboxing this thong. Like, really, Sniper Wolf, you piece of shit. She's a hypocritical cunt. Like, I
So the
genuinely,
reason. Oh, go ahead.
I just genuinely don't understand why people like this wench.
Because she's hot.
Well, here's the
I can't
thing.
think of any other reason.
There's no other, like, there's gotta be a limit to people where they
I'm
see
assuming
all
that's
this
why
shit.
people like Tana Mongeau and stuff too, because they
I
think
don't know.
that she's super attractive.
I don't
Like,
know. All I know is there's gotta be a limit for people where they see all this shit and they're like, ugh, God, I can't fucking fuck that. Cause I can't. That's fucking sickening. Imagine dating someone and in like a month of their relationship, they fucking ghost a cancer patient. It's like, what? That's fucking sick.
I mean, but there's people that are gonna defend her and say, "Oh well, I don't know why people are still complaining. She did the video for the girl. She did it, so just shut the fuck up." But that's not the
That's not the
point.
fucking point,
Like,
though. That's not the point. The point is, she wasn't intending on doing it until she got all this fucking backlash. Like, like,
the sad thing is, that's probably not the first time that she's ghosted somebody like that. Probably. Knowing
probably
Sniper Wolf,
not.
she's probably done that to a lot of people.
Probably not.
So, I mean, I wasn't like before this, I wasn't really too acquainted with Sniper Wolf. Like, I never really watched her before. I had heard of her and stuff. I had no idea that she had this much controversy. Like, I did not know. And then so I was scrolling through Instagram and I just see something about her being in drama. So I sent it to Austin, and then that just opened the floodgates for all this that we talked about today.
I can't stand people like this. I can't fucking stand people like this. Like, we've talked about people on the cancel segment that, like, some people that deserve to be canceled, and, like,
Mm-hmm.
people that don't deserve to be canceled. But this is ridiculous. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like,
Well, that's Sniper Wolf for you.
fucking sickens me, dude. Like, I can't understand how you do all this shit and still have a good conscience
Mm-hmm.
and a fucking you still have, like, you don't have, at that point you do not have morals whatsoever fucking ever.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how many times you sit there and you fucking say, oh, body positivity, you're beautiful in your own way, and then call somebody a fucking fat pig or some shit on Twitter, be completely fucking racist on Twitter and shit like that, you're a piece of fucking shit. You're just a piece of fucking shit.
I don't know, actually.
But it's just,
Mm-hmm.
it's fucking sickening.
No.
Well, from fucking bitches to pedophiles, Devin, do you want to fucking talk about EDP and his update situation?
Well, for those who have listened to a lot of our podcast episodes, you would know that quite a few times we've discussed EDP on this show. We've kept track of the whole EDP saga of when he first got exposed for being a pedophile to what later happened with him. We reacted to his video where he said he was going to make the website, the EDP445.com, And that was like the last update until we got the update where EDP got evicted from his apartment. And that was the last update for a few months. But now there has been a new update on EDP 445, what he's doing now, and he's more fucked than ever right now. So basically, after he got evicted, he's been trying to find somewhere to live, and after losing his channel, he's been trying to find a job because apparently, even though he had like 2 million subscribers, he was apparently really struggling with money, so he must have like blew all his money. And so EDP has been living like hotel to hotel, basically living out of a suitcase, and uh, people have been trying to cancel him even further because people have been tracking EDP and everywhere he stays, and they have been going to the hotels that he stays at, and they file a report against him at the hotel to get him evicted out of the hotel. And not only that, EDP has tried to get several jobs, which one was being an Uber driver, and obviously, I mean, it's kind of hard to miss EDP. Like it's not the type of person where he can just like blend in. You know what I mean? Like he's EDP, like, but so basically, someone who he was driving took a picture of him in the car and posted it online and said, "I found EDP. He's working as an Uber driver now." And they got him fired from that. He's tried to get other jobs. They got him fired. But the one that kind of made me cringe a bit was, and I don't know why he decided to do this, but EDP tried to get a job at a Chuck E. Cheese, Austin.
Jesus Christ.
And thankfully, that did not turn out well. They did not hire him. So there's been that. EDP is basically fucked right now. And so apparently the website, do you remember how we reacted to his video where he was like, the EDP445.com is coming soon? You remember that?
Yeah.
So what ended up happening was the day the website was supposed to come out, like he had like a countdown timer to when it was going to come out, and people fucking canceled his website and got it taken down as soon as it debuted. So it didn't even launch, Austin. That's how quick it got taken down. And so EDP's website never became a thing, and he's tried to like start over and over again on. He's tried every single like video hosting platform, like VidMe. He's went on Dailymotion, like every like YouTube like platform that you can think of. EDP has tried to start a channel and he's tried to start doing videos, but his accounts keep getting terminated. And EDP, like somebody who works as like a customer service person for one of the like VidMe type sites, got an email from EDP asking why his account was terminated. He didn't break any of the guidelines, and even that person canceled him and pretty much posted the picture of the email that EDP sent them and laughed at him. And
Jesus.
so EDP is so fucked, like, but he kept trying. He was so valiant, Austin. He kept trying everything and anything, every platform he has been banned on. He's been banned on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, VidMe, Dailymotion, Facebook. Anyone you can think of, EDP is banned, and he can't even make any account. It immediately gets terminated because of the outcry of complaints from people. Like, it is so bad. I've never seen anybody canceled that hard before, to where they can't even make another account. Like, and then, so there's all that. So then, there's also this other update, and it came from EDP's friend who said he wasn't his friend anymore to all of a sudden being his friend again, Felipe. If you remember Felipe, he was the guy that said, he was like, oh, I didn't know that EDP was like that. I never knew that he did that kind of stuff. And he's like, now that I know that, I'm cutting all ties with EDP and we're not friends anymore. And I blocked him and this and that. And then all he does is make videos about EDP because it gets him views. And then randomly, he's all of a sudden friends with EDP again because he was saying that EDP like called him from prison from it was something detention center. I don't know where because EDP doesn't live in California anymore because he tried to move to another state, but people still fucking found him. Like they are literally like tracking him like they're the FBI or something. Like they know every single place that EDP goes. They know what he's doing. Like, but so basically Felipe said that one day he gets a call from an unknown number and he answers it and it says this is a collect call from whatever detention center, and he said he immediately hung up and he was like, why would somebody be calling me from prison? And he said the number called back like 3 more times and he was like, all right, I'll fucking answer it and see who it is. And so it said, hello, this is a collect call from whatever detention center, and it said, would you like to receive this call from inmate Bryant Moreland, which is EDP's name if you didn't know. And Felipe was like, when I heard that, I was like, holy shit, he's in prison? What the fuck? And people don't know if that's actually real or fake or not. I forget who the original video is by, but I saw it because Charlie reacted to it. Penguin Zero, he did a reaction to it. He also gave some info on it, and he was able to say what stuff was true and what wasn't. Like how EDP now has, I think, successfully gone through with a name change. He's not Bryant Moreland anymore, and as of right now, nobody knows what his new name is. But like, it's fucking crazy, and that's pretty much it for right now. But it's crazy, like how hard they are canceling this man. I've never seen, of all the people we've ever talked about on the cancel segment, I've never seen anybody get canceled so bad to the point where this amount of time later, people are still canceling him. They're canceling everything he tries to do. He's getting terminated on every single platform. Like he's like fucking Austin Jones at this point, where like remember how like Austin Jones was like banned from every platform? That's what EDP is like now, and it's fucking crazy. It is so crazy. I was talking to Austin about this earlier. I'm like, man, like it's crazy. Like to think back, like this time last year, like everybody loved EDP. Like everybody on the internet loved EDP. They loved this content. Like he was like, he seemed like a real genuine guy that you could talk to. And then all of a sudden, just all this shit happens. He gets exposed for being a pedophile, and then his life just nosedived. Like it is honestly the saddest thing I think I've ever seen. Like it is pathetic how like well A, he did that to himself, but B, like how fast his life fell apart. Because you would think, him having that many subscribers, he would have at least a decent amount of money, but because he had like a collection of like guns that were worth like 40 grand or something. So like, and he had 2 cars, so EDP had money. So
Yeah.
what the fuck happened? What did he blow all his money on? Like why is he fucked financially? Because even though if he gets canceled, like that doesn't fuck him financially if he has that kind of money to be buying guns and all that type of expensive shit. So I don't know, but it is so crazy that this, and I like at this point I'm like, what can happen next in the EDP saga? Like how can he get canceled any more than this? Oh, also, the Felipe thing with him being in jail, people aren't sure if that's real or not because Felipe has been exposed to be a liar and shit, and even though he said he cut ties with EDP, he was like secretly friends with him and shit like that. And all he does is like he puts He's one of those people that puts like EDP in the title, and he'll put EDP in the thumbnails to like clickbait people and to get views and shit. So yeah, it's crazy. What's your thoughts on EDP? What he's and what's currently happening to him?
I mean, I'm really not surprised anymore. Especially with the last update we got. I'm not surprised of all that's going on with him. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
Like, man got canceled for being a pedophile, and then his bright idea, after, keep in mind, getting canceled for being a pedophile, his bright idea is to go apply at a Chuck E. Cheese. Just let that sink in. How absolutely dumb that is.
Yeah.
You get canceled for being a pedophile, and then you think the smartest thing to do that you think isn't going to be a big issue is when everybody, pretty much everybody at this point, every place he's been to knows that he's a pedophile, and he thinks it was a good idea to go apply at a Chuck E. Cheese and then get surprised when he doesn't get hired. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, of course they're not going to hire you at a fucking Chuck E. Cheese. Are you kidding? Like, he probably didn't even think. He probably, like, EDP said himself, like, if you remember in the video we watched where he was talking about the website, he was talking about how all the shit about him being a pedophile is fake and it's not true, and they had fake evidence and it was just bullshit and this and that. Like, so I believe EDP firmly believes in his own mind. I think he's convinced himself that he's innocent, and that's why he's acting like he hasn't done anything wrong. And that's why he's acting surprised that he keeps getting fired and evicted and all this shit. And I think he is like very childish and is not taking any of this seriously.
Yeah.
Like, because literally when all that happened, he was sitting there, he's like, oh, fuck the predator poachers. They couldn't kill me. They made up fake shit. I'm not really a pedophile and this and that. When he's caught in fucking, not even 4K, caught in 8K, literally going to meet a 13-year-old girl. Yes, the 13-year-old girl was not real, and that is very bad on the predator poachers' part, but they got canceled as well. Which, by the way, didn't you say that the predator poachers started like a Twitch channel or something?
Yeah.
And have you had any updates on that? Are they still
No,
poaching?
I don't have any updates on that.
So I wonder if they're still poaching because I think we talked about it because they got canceled as well. It was just a whole bunch of drama, but I mean, if you really want to watch EDP get canceled, people have re-uploaded the Predator Poachers video at nauseum on YouTube. Literally, you just look up EDP 445 Cotton 4K or whatever, and it'll come up. It's their full video because Predator Poachers got their channel terminated as well, but people downloaded all their videos and shit. So if you really want to watch EDP get canceled, you can. I'm sure EDP doesn't want to watch it, but fucking, it's crazy, man. Like, this time last year, I was I was still a big EDP fan. Like, I loved watching his content, and like, and then all that shit happened, and it was like it's that shit. Like, I remember, I think we said this when we talked about it initially, but I remember, like, me and Austin watched that video together, and I was legit like I was hurt watching that because EDP was someone that I watched for a long time that helped me through a lot of rough times in my life, and then to see him go out like that really hurt me. Like, I was
Yeah.
fucked up because it was like I don't know how to explain it, but it just sucked. And then now to see all this, it just makes it even more sad. Like in your opinion, do you think that, because I was thinking about this, like, I feel like EDP, he does deserve to be off the internet. I don't think EDP should be on the internet at all. Like, I don't think he deserves to have a place on the internet at all. But I was thinking about, I was like, I mean, does the man really need to be evicted from his home? And does he really like does it really need to go to? I'm not trying to defend him before anybody thinks I'm trying to defend EDP. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, because I've never seen anybody get canceled like this before. So I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I mean, usually when people get canceled, they just get canceled off of the internet and that's it. But this is the first time where I've seen like somebody get canceled so bad that people have gotten them evicted from where they live and like ruined their fucking job and like this and that. Like, do you think, in your honest opinion, do you think that EDP deserves to pretty much at this point be homeless and jobless? Do you think he deserves that? Because I'm not sure. Because I want to say he does, but at the same time, it's like, okay, like the guy fucked up very bad, and he does not deserve to have an online platform or be anywhere near children or anything like that. But like the guy can't. It's to a point where the guy can't even live now. Like he can't even like go outside anymore. Like, and this is the first time I've seen somebody get canceled this bad, and I'm like, do you think EDP deserves like this amount of canceling?
I think he deserves an amount of canceling, but I think he either needs to be put in prison or put in therapy. Like,
I mean, that's what a lot of people were saying. They're like honestly, when you look at it right now, EDP is better off being in jail because then he could finally get some fucking peace and freedom from all this shit. Because literally everywhere he goes, it's like a manhunt. Like it's crazy. I'm not, and like I said, I'm not defending EDP. Like fuck him for doing what he did, but I'm just like, I was really thinking about it, like, man, like I've never seen somebody get canceled this hard, and I'm like, he's off the internet, but people are taking it so much farther than that. I'm like, holy shit.
yeah.
It's crazy. All right.
Sorry about that, man.
It's all right. But yeah, like it's really crazy, but it's also like it's still really sad as well. Like one quote from that video that I'll always remember, and when he said it, like I've been thinking about it, I'm like, man, it really is true. Like some guy commented on, it was like a post about EDP and what's been going on with him now, and basically the thing was like the guy said how the mighty have fallen, and I was thinking about that, and I'm like, wow, like I really thought about it. I was like, man, EDP has really fallen so far. Like he had an opportunity with YouTube that not a lot of people get. EDP was famous online, which a lot of people want to be so fucking bad. And for a lot of people, that's never going to happen. EDP was very, very, very lucky to be in the spot he was on YouTube. Yes, his videos got demonetized and shit because all he did was cuss and he didn't give a fuck. But like even then, like EDP was so fortunate to have what he had, and he just took all of it for granted and let it all go to his head, and this is what happened. And I can't believe that he let such an amazing opportunity for his life go like that
Yeah.
over some fucking pedophilia. And like he even said himself, like when he contradicts himself saying, oh, that shit wasn't true, when you were literally on the Predator Poacher saying like, oh, I don't know what it is, I'm just attracted to like girls that are underage and shit. Like I'm like, so you're gonna say that that's not true, but then you say that in the same, like in the video where you got canceled. I'm like, and then like when they said they're gonna call the cops on him, he started crying. He was like, no, man, this is gonna ruin my life and this and that. Like it's like EDP, like just accept what has happened to you and fucking figure out a fucking way to live the rest of your life, and don't fucking try to do shit on the internet no more, because it's not gonna work. Like EDP is never gonna be allowed back on the internet. Like
Yeah.
so at this point he's better off just either being in jail or somehow like getting to a place where he changes his name and everything, and somehow just secludes himself from the world. Because, like, what else can he do at this point? It is I don't know where this is gonna go from here. I feel like it's gonna get to the point where in a couple months it's either gonna say like EDP is in prison or EDP is dead. Like I don't know like what else can really happen. Like
Yeah.
but yeah, that's pretty much the update on the EDP situation.
Did we talk about the Jim Cornette stuff last week and stuff?
What Jim Cornette stuff?
Jim Cornette and Rebby Hardy stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure, because I have that in the back list, but I also I have some other stuff. I have actually a lot more stuff than I thought I had um on here that we could talk about as well. First, we could talk about Jake Paul, because of course he had this fight with Tyron Woodley and shit. So now he's
Go ahead.
now he's
I was just gonna say something about the fight, but go ahead.
oh yeah. He said, "Happy New Year, Dana White. Here's a real challenge for you. I will immediately retire from boxing and fight George Masvidal in the UFC if you agree too.
Oh God.
1. Increase minute fighter pay per fight to 50K. It's 12K now. 2. Guarantee UFC fighters 50% of UFC annual revenues, 1 billion in 2021 in parentheses. 3. Provide long-term health care to all fighters you previously said brain damage is a part of the gig. Imagine if the NFL said that in parentheses. There are many UFC alums who have publicly said they are suffering from brain damage. You have 5 days to accept and implement the above. By March 31st, 2022, once implemented, I will immediately retire from boxing. Enter USADA and agree to the one fight deal with the UFC to fight Weak Chin George. To all the UFC fighters, time to take a stand and create value for yourselves and peers. You deserve higher pay, you deserve long-term health care, and above all, you deserve freedom to support each other. I am not your enemy. I am your advocate who selfishly wants to KO a few of you and make some big bank." So, Dana White responded.
Jeff, this is Devin. I'm taking my break.
So Dana White responded.
It is 2 weeks after my fight, and I am a fat bitch. I don't do steroids, and I take it as a compliment because there's no other excuse to me knocking out all of your champions than this kid does steroids. Look at me. Look at that. A fat bitch. If you steroid test me, then I want to steroid test every one of your fighters. You want to do it though, will you? I use cocaine. I'm in St. Bart's, one of the nicest beaches in the world. You're ruining my vacation.
Basically, let me look up Dana White's response before. Dana.
Well, can I say something about the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight?
Yeah.
So, I didn't watch the fight, but I heard. Well, I know that Tyron Woodley got knocked the fuck out by Jake Paul, which is sad in itself, because Tyron Woodley can never live that down now.
Yeah.
But also, it came out that he didn't actually get the "I love Jake Paul" tattoo either, like he said he was going to.
Yeah.
And so he got knocked out by Jake Paul, and apparently it was because fucking Tommy Fury backed out of the fight and all that. And apparently the buys for the fight was only $67,000, which is very, very bad. and it got very, very poor reception as well. And I saw, hold on a second, and I saw that Tyron Woodley wants a third fight with Jake Paul. Like, how many times does Jake Paul have to beat you? Like, I don't like Jake Paul. I'm not a Jake Paul fan, but like the man has beat you twice. Like the first time I was like, oh okay, like get a rematch or whatever. But now it's like, okay, he knocked you out, dude. Like you can't come back from that. Like,
Well, here is Dana White's response to Jake Paul's proposition.
So I told you, Jake, you never responded to the challenge. You publicly stated that I use cocaine. I do not. So I told you, you could randomly cocaine test me for the next 10 years. I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to
he
randomly
thinks Jake Paul
steroid
uses
test
steroids.
you
Yeah.
for the next 2 years. And that thing that you came out with today, nobody on earth thinks that you really wrote that. You're too stupid. And for those of you that don't know, if you've ever watched one of his fights and you see when they do the stare down, the guy that's standing in the middle with the warlock nose and the big warlock wart on his face, apparently that's his manager. And that guy used to be an accountant for me. And let's just say this, he no longer works for me, and I think he's a scumbag. But if you two think that you can do it better than we do, we're doing this whole thing wrong, you could treat the fighters better than we do, knock yourself out. Go start your own business. It's easy to do. Get the warlock on it. The warlock can get it started for you. What you and the warlock should be focused on is your business. You're tanking. You can't sell pay-per-views. You're calling out Jorge Masvidal because he's a pay-per-view superstar. Nate Diaz.
He said you can't
Conor
sell
McGregor,
pay-per-views.
Mike Tyson. These are all superstars. You're not. You can't sell pay-per-views. So you do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm ready to roll, buddy. I don't use cocaine. Do you use steroids? Let's do this, Jake.
Oh my god.
So now, going back to Jake Paul, he has two parts to this.
Oh god.
Cocaine and hooker.
Responded to the challenge.
Dana, I accepted every part of your challenge. I said I would fight Masvidal in MMA. Steroid test me whenever the fuck you want. It is 2 weeks after my fight, and I am a fat bitch. I don't do steroids, and I take it as a compliment because there's no other excuse to me knocking out all of your champions than this kid does steroids. Look at me. Look at that. A fat bitch. If you steroid test me, then I want to steroid test every one of your fighters. Ooh, you want to do it though, will you?
I use cocaine.
I'm in St. Bart's, one of the nicest beaches in the world. You're ruining my vacation. We were on a yacht party last night, me, Phil, Drake, everybody, Mike Tyson, going crazy. You have been caught with cocaine and hookers every other week.
I use cocaine.
And you think that, like, with all the money that you have,
Why
like,
do you keep saying
billionaire
that?
or some shit, that you
Oh,
would get
no.
some fucking Botox, because your
I
forehead looks
use
like a
cocaine.
motherfucking GPS Google map, like, all the lines in it and shit.
I use cocaine.
And you say Masvidal is a pay-per-view superstar. Let's go to his last Instagram post. 5,000 likes or 10,000 likes or some shit. Do you realize that my mom, Pam, gets more likes than your pay-per-view superstars? Men lie, women lie, Dana White lies, numbers don't. You want to
He
talk
stole
shit
that
about my
line from Lil
manager,
Wayne.
who was the CFO of your company that helped you sell it to Endeavor, $4 billion?
Guy that's standing in the middle, apparently that's his manager. And that guy used to be an accountant for me.
You're just a jealous, ugly fuck. You don't know what true happiness is. You're the definition of a fucking unhappy billionaire who thought that money was gonna make their lives better. I feel bad for you.
I use cocaine.
Long story short, you addressed nothing that I said. I accepted your challenge. I said I would fight MMA. I said that I would retire from boxing, and you avoided all of that shit. Hold on. Also, instant replay, there was a fucking UFO in the back of this video. Side note, but like fucking Joe Rogan,
UFO?
aliens, we're all fucked. It shows that you are in a corner. You're a dog in a corner trying to fight to save his whole company, and the embarrassment that I put you through, everybody sees it. And what you can't accept or love or appreciate is that I'm trying to change the sport forever, and you are one of the most selfish capture
Oh, we're not done because you got part two.
maker. I'm not gonna stop. Most selfish, or one of the most selfish capitalistic
Is this part
motherfuckers
two?
that I've
Yeah.
ever seen. And everybody else needs you, Dana. I'm the only person that doesn't need you. And I don't give a fuck about you. But all these people, all your fighters, all of them, they can't say shit because you'll just bench them. You met your maker. I'm not gonna stop. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
I use cocaine.
The bottom line, Dana, is that you won't add healthcare for your fighters because you don't give a fuck about them. And you're too much of a greedy bitch to pay your minimum fighter more than $12,000 for risking their lives, which is what a janitor makes. You're gonna pay them $50,000, Dana. Stop avoiding my points. Are one of the most
And then Jake Paul goes, part of my offer is enrolling in the USADA, the steroid testing for all UFC fighters. Let's do it, Dana. I take Oreos and popcorn, not steroids.
Oh my god.
Oh, and Jake Paul was not done this week, because then he... oh no. So then he goes, 3 days left on my offer, Dana. I'll retire from boxing forever. You're running out of time. And then Dream of all people,
God.
said, Jake Paul, I could kick your ass. So then Jake
Why?
Paul goes, hey kid, I won Minecraft before you were born. Keep dreaming. And then Dream goes, man really said won Minecraft. So
You just fucking cry.
Jake Paul has successfully gotten the beefs in past week with Dana White and fucking Dream.
Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, like, I don't like Jake Paul, but, like, I at least give him, like, respect and props for, in terms of boxing. Like, but, like, I don't know why he wants to do MMA, because he's like, well, he's already, like, him and KSI and Logan and, like, everybody else, they've already changed the boxing world forever. Like,
Yeah,
before they all boxed, nobody gave a fuck about boxing. It wasn't mainstream. Now it's
yeah.
mainstream. So, like, I mean, if he could do the same for UFC, that'd be cool. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, it just doesn't sound like Dana White's gonna ever let that happen.
Yeah. Well, on another note, Black Widow was the movie that came out last year. I watched it in theaters, but it was reportedly
Mm-hmm.
pirated over 20 million times last year, losing Disney an estimated 600 million in revenue. So,
Wow.
yeah. So
What?
there's
I mean,
that.
was that from? Did it get pirated for it being on streaming services?
No, it got pirated. Like it was on streaming services for like behind the paywall. It was on Disney Plus with a paywall, and it was also in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
So people pirated it over 20 million times. So
Well, isn't that the same thing where Scarlett Johansson quit being Black Widow because Disney released it in theaters and Disney Plus, and they didn't tell her about that or something?
yeah, well apparently she changed her mind because after that whole situation, apparently something about in Hawkeye. I haven't watched Hawkeye yet. I plan on watching it soon, but apparently they're doing something with Black Widow and Hawkeye. So,
Hmm. Well,
but
damn.
yeah. So another thing that happened in the past week, Big Swole explains how
Oh.
lack
Oh
of
yeah, I forgot you
diversity
were
and
gonna talk about
structure
this.
led to her leaving AEW. Yeah,
So if you don't remember, a couple weeks ago, we talked about how Big Swole was released from AEW. I think she's become the first person to No, she's not the first person to be released, but she's the first person to where they let her contract run out, and that's like has left AEW and is bitter about it. You know how like people that have been released from WWE are like bitter about it. Well, to me, I think she's the first person that has been released from AEW that has bad things to say about AEW.
Yeah.
And from what Austin has told me, apparently in the past couple of days, or weeks, days, whatever, apparently this has turned into a whole Twitter drama.
Yeah, so basically now, every time I go on Twitter, I see something about Big Swole. People saying, I stand with Big Swole. People saying, people siding with Tony Khan. People siding with everything. Because Tony Khan's response was, the top two AEW execs are brown. Now, a lot of people are saying that we shouldn't be calling people of color brown, of all people. Of all, like, but I mean, I don't know. He said me and Magha. I don't know how to pronounce that. I hope I'm not butchering it. But then he goes on to say Jade, Bowens, Caster, Dante, Nyla, Isaiah, and Mark Quinn all won on TV this month. The TBS title tournament has been very diverse. I let Swole's contract expire because I felt her wrestling wasn't good enough. And then he goes, AEW Rampage Street Fight tonight. So,
Oh yeah, wasn't it the fucking street fight with like TJ and Penelope Ford and somebody or something?
probably, I don't fucking know. But, the fact of the matter is, I've never liked Tony Khan. The fact that he is saying shit like this is kind of concerning. I don't like Big Swole either. Here's the thing, I don't like Big Swole, but this is the only time I'll ever side on Big Swole with this. Because this is it is pretty fucking problematic, if you think about it. The way he's taken it. But it's caused a media uproar. Like a fucking media uproar. To where Leo Rush, of all people, has went on a whole fucking Twitter spree saying,
Oh
Tony
god.
Khan, apologize. This isn't right. Tony Khan, apologize now. Like, just shit like that. So, it's a lot of shit is going on right now with AEW, and it's not doing so great right now. People are starting to see, like, people are going, fucking, you realize, now you guys realize that a company full of 4 white men running it shouldn't have been a thing in the first place. So that now people are saying, because, which I don't like the Elite either. Everybody knows this at this fucking point. But people are saying that since Tony Khan put the Elite in charge, 4 white men shouldn't have been in charge. Which, I mean, those 4 white men definitely shouldn't have been in charge. But the fact of the matter is, I don't think it's... I don't know. It's just, it's a whole fucking situation. Like, it's a whole situation.
The only thing I agree with Tony Khan on is the part where he said Big Swole's wrestling wasn't good enough because she fucking sucked ass in the ring. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I agree with. Big Swole fucking sucks in the ring, but can't say that because it get canceled for that too. But I don't know. I don't really know what to say because I mean I don't know why fucking Leo Rush just hopped on it and fucking is just going at Tony Khan. I don't fucking know. Leo Rush is probably gonna fucking retire again, knowing him. Like that's just
I
what he
don't
does. He
know.
fucking retires. I don't know. Like I wonder. Like well, I think actually I seen people bringing this up where people were responding to it and they're like what do you mean AEW is not diverse and what do you mean Tony Khan is racist and this and that, and then they put the clip where Cody was talking about his daughter being mixed, and they're like, "What are you talking about? Cody Rhodes ended racism months ago." I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but that's going on. And then just, I think there's other things as well that I have. Alright, so this is announced like a couple hours before we did the podcast. KSI and Logan Paul, from enemies to business partners, have now released a sports drink called Prime Hydration. I don't know where you can get it.
So basically with this, so a couple days ago, both KSI and Logan Paul announced that on January 4th, which is the day we're recording this podcast, that January 4th, they were gonna announce something big, and everybody and their mom thought it was going to be Logan Paul versus KSI 3 in a boxing match. That's what everybody was saying it was. Everybody was saying that, and then it's just a sports drink.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's cool, but does it live up to all the hype? Probably not.
I don't know.
At this point, it seemed like people were expecting them to announce a boxing match with
I
how
don't
much they were
know.
hyping it up.
I'm trying to figure out how you can get this drink. Okay. Prime Hydration took 6 months to create and will be able to purchase at Walmart, Target, Kroger, CVS, GNC, Ralph's, and Vitamin Shop.
Hmm.
Beverage will
Are you ever
be
gonna
first
try it?
distributed across America, but set to release in the UK in a few months. I'm thinking about trying it. But I mean, it would be cool to try it. Like, it looks like something like Gatorade or something like that. So, and I'm all about,
Yeah.
like, that's like mainly what I drink and shit. So this could be another alternative to what I'll drink and shit. But there's that. Trying to think what else. What else did you have to talk about?
I don't remember actually. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I sent it to you. Oh yeah. So I saw this thing about I think we brought up before how Ric Flair has said that Becky Lynch has stolen his gimmick and stolen from him. Did we talk about that on the podcast?
Yeah.
So I seen this thing today. So Becky Lynch posted it was after day one, where she posted a picture with the Migos and um, said that she was gonna do a song with them called Big Time Drip or something like that, which is basically a shot at their song with Ric Flair called Ric Flair Drip. And so Ric Flair got mad and tweeted about it. He said, "You're so far behind, Becky." He eventually deleted the tweet, but now this has caused more drama with people going at Ric Flair, the Becky Lynch stands in particular, going after Ric Flair, saying that he can't. People were saying shit like, "Oh, it's because she's a woman. That's why he's going after her. If Becky was a man, Ric Flair would say how, oh, he's one of the boys, and how, oh,
Oh no.
he, I taught him this and that." And they're like, but since Becky's a woman, he can't stand it. And oh, because Becky beat up his daughter in a wrestling match, Ric Flair just can't handle it.
Jesus.
I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I see a lot of comparisons between Becky and Ric Flair where she does use stuff that he's done, like the man thing, now this shit, like everything that he's called her out for. But I mean, they're not gonna really do anything about it. Like, what can Ric Flair do? Because he's not employed by WWE anymore,
Yeah.
so he can't really do anything about it. And WWE's just gonna do what they want. So I'm sure Becky Lynch doesn't give a shit either.
Yeah.
It was funny. Somebody on Twitter I saw put like somebody was tweeting about this drama, and fucking in the comments someone put the fucking video from like it was like a match in 2016. It was like Charlotte Flair and Becky, and there's like a spot where Ric Flair kissed Becky, and the guy put it in the comments, and he was like, "Why can't they just kiss and make up like old times?"
Jesus.
Fucking so much drama this week. So much drama.
Yeah.
Let me see if I had anything else. Oh, I have some more a couple of things about Jeff Hardy. So, one, uh, Jeff Hardy was on Matt Hardy's Twitch stream today. I just randomly fucking saw it on Instagram. Don't know why he was on there, but number two, this report came out from Sean Ross Sapp, and it says Jeff Hardy was set for a run in NXT before his WWE release. Fightful
Ew.
Select has learned. And basically, what the story was is they were going to give Jeff a run in NXT, and you know the thing where they revealed Riddle as the shaman for MSK or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So that was actually supposed to be Jeff Hardy, I guess.
Jesus.
And apparently they filmed stuff for it, and all that was ready to go. And then Jeff got released, so they had to hurry up and change it, and they randomly picked Riddle to be in there. So yeah, so I thought that was interesting that Jeff was actually going to be in NXT, because I didn't think that would ever happen. I think that's all that I sent you. Let me see if I had anything else that I screenshotted. Oh, I forgot. We got to talk about Tony Storm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Tony Storm has been released from WWE this past week. Um, we've talked about many a release here on the podcast. At one point, it seemed like we were talking about this shit weekly with how many releases there was. So Tony Storm is the latest release from WWE as of right now. And so basically what happened was 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, she had faced Charlotte Flair for the championship, I think. And people were saying that they were going to do Tony Storm versus Charlotte Flair at day one. Well, Tony Storm lost that match. And then, so WWE releases, they have this series on their channel. It's called Out of Character, where they, it's kind of dumb because it makes them look bad if they're like posting their wrestlers out of character, but they don't give a fuck anyway. But so
Yeah.
basically on Out of Character, it's like the wrestlers just being themselves, and they just talk about like different things that they've done in their career and all that. And so they released one with Tony Storm, and she was talking about how she loved her time in WWE and this and that. And then the next day, she fucking quit WWE. And I was like, what the fuck? So
Yeah.
basically, what happened was this is the report from Sean Ross Sapp at Fightful Select. It says reports that Tony Storm asked for her release from the company and it was granted. Those close to Tony Storm have also confirmed that things are fine. WWE say that Tony Storm asked for her release from the company, and it was later confirmed to be true. Um, and basically, what had came out was she quit because she was very unhappy with her position on SmackDown, and she said something about how like she was like there's such a lack of opportunity on the main roster, it's ridiculous, and she was like sick and tired of it, and she just didn't feel happy, and so she pretty much quit in a nutshell, and so they granted her release, and now she has a 90-day no compete clause, I think. So yeah, Tony Storm is gone from WWE, and I wanted to tell you about this because I know you were a big Tony Storm fan. I was a Tony Storm fan. I just wish they would have done something with her.
I'm a Tony Storm
'Cause-
fan. I'm two different Tony Storm fans. I'm a Tony Storm fan of her wrestling and of her ass. Now,
Mhm.
the latter is I'm more of a fan of. So at least I can still see that, but I don't know.
But
It
I mean,
sucks.
that's pretty much what's going on with Tony Storm. She's released now, and it's like at this point, who's going to be released? But I saw Austin that Renee Young on her oral sessions did one with Cross and Scarlett today, and I was watching it, and basically they went into detail about how they got released, and basically Scarlett said the reason she wasn't wrestling, I think you already know this, is that one of her breast implants popped, so she had to get surgery on it, so she wasn't able to wrestle, and she told them, oh, I could be a manager, it's fine, but they're like, nope, and kept her off TV, and then Cross was talking about how, so do you remember, Austin, him jobbing to Jeff Hardy?
Yes.
Did you hear his story about that?
Yes.
So for those who don't know, I'll say it anyway. So basically, Cross was meant to put Jeff Hardy over, and they told him it was a long-term booking thing. So Cross was like, "All right, that's fine. I'll put him over, whatever." So he was told that they had a 10-minute time limit for the match, and he was like, "All right, cool." And um, so him and Jeff came out, and he said when he got in the ring, that the referee came up and told him, "Hey, your
Hang
10
on
minute
1 second.
match, well, it's been what?" But so basically, when Cross came out for the match with Jeff Hardy, the referee came up to him and said, "Hey, so your 10-minute match with Jeff, well, it's been cut to 90 seconds, so figure it out." And Cross was like, "What the fuck?" And he said he was laughing. He said if you go back and watch the clip of his entrance after the referee walks up to him, like you can see him like trying not to laugh because he thought it was so fucking ridiculous that it got cut. And so he was pissed about that, and basically he said like how they found out that they got released was it was kind of weird. Like he said that Scarlett said that Cross was taking her to the airport so she could go see her family, and then when they got to the airport, WWE called and said they were released, that she was released, and she was like, my reaction was like, are you fucking serious right now? And then she said she like was freaked out about it, and then like she said 5 minutes later, Cross got the call saying he was released, and they just looked at each other and were like, what the fuck? And um and Renee was talking to them like you, it's crazy, you went from being like stars on NXT to just gone, and they're like, yeah, it's like it is completely ridiculous, it's unbelievable. And like Cross had a lot of good things to say about Jeff Hardy, but he was really shitting on WWE. Um, but
Yeah.
in case you're wondering, Austin, Scarlett is wrestling again. She's already been wrestling on
I
indie shows.
know. I know. I don't want to
Because
talk about it.
because I've been seeing people post like clips of like her ass and stuff, and I was like, is this new? And people were saying it was new. I was like, wow, Scarlett's already wrestling again.
I
But
don't want to
yeah,
talk about it because it's mostly intergender and it makes me fucking sad. Okay, just please.
but yeah. So WWE's pretty fucked up for that. Now Tony Storm's releasing is just like as time goes on, like what's gonna happen now? Because I don't know if anybody else is gonna get released. I don't know. I really don't know. And like then is AEW just gonna take everybody at this point? Like what the fuck? Well, speaking of AEW, do you want to get into your AEW review since we're on the topic now?
Well,
Because
I
we had a
get
big, massive return on AEW this week from what you told me.
this is gonna be a short review this week, honestly, because this whole AEW show, like, it was pretty boring at that point. At this point,
Mm-hmm.
like, it started off with a fucking 10-man tag, so automatically I was like, you know what? Nope, fuck you. So I skipped to that. Well, I didn't really skip over it. I just sit there and sit on Twitter and talk to Devin while that was playing. And then after that, there was a trios match with fucking Eddie Kingston and Proud and Powerful versus somebody in 2.0. Now, this match went on for a long time. I didn't really care about it until, of course, my fucking nightmare happened, and the Tuballard, the Michelin Man, the fucking Dunkin' Donuts eating motherfucker, the goddamn Jericho with himself. Jericho with himself. The man that
He's
needs to
back,
go back to
baby.
Sturgis. Fucking
Chris Jericho's
returned.
back, baby. The Chris Jericho corner has returned to the podcast.
Now I have to watch something Chris Jericho related next week.
Oh,
Fuck.
baby, I can't wait.
You know, here's the thing though. I already have to deal with another goddamn Bryan Danielson Hangman match next week.
Oh God.
Along with whatever fucking Jericho is gonna entail.
Oh
And
no.
then whatever's going on with other stuff that I'm gonna mention like on this episode, it's gonna roll into the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But now, fucking, after that, MJF could good promo. That's all I cared about in this show, really. That's really the only good thing on this show that fucking happened. And that's sad. But that
Yeah.
happened, and then fucking Big Swole, or not, no, it wasn't Big Swole. I was thinking Big Swole because of all that happened this fucking week. The fucking Jade Cargill versus Thunder Rosa. Now, this is what Tony Khan was talking about when he said diversity and shit. But you know, they're so diverse that they have fucking Thunder Rosa jobbing to Jade Cargill. So, you know, Jade Cargill versus fucking Ruby Soho next week, I think, for the
Yeah.
championship.
Yep. And I couldn't give a shit. I knew that they were gonna push Jade Cargill. I knew they were, and it pisses me off that they won't push Thunder Rosa, even though she's the best women's wrestler they have. Like it really is
One of
aggravating
the
that they
best, we
don't
should
do
say, because
anything.
they have a couple other good ones, but one of the best.
But still, like they don't do anything with her. All she does is wrestle on fucking Dark, and then she actually gets put into a tournament, and then let's push Jade Cargill, who's not even that good in the ring. And you know they're gonna have Jade Cargill win the title. You know they are. There's no chance that Ruby Soho is gonna win. Absolutely not. And she's another person that's really good in the ring too. And I know they're not gonna push her either. It's sad to say, but it's not true.
Oh, we'll see. I mean, the TBS Championship is really not going to be anything special. But fucking
You say it.
like
Mm-hmm.
after that, Mercedes Martinez makes her debut
Oh yeah.
and makes my fucking heart hurt. But you know, see, as I figured she was already in Impact, might as well at that point.
Yeah, like why even have her go back to Impact if she's just gonna go to AEW anyway? Like what the
Yeah.
fuck?
So she's there, and then the whole other thing, the last thing that's really happened on this show was the Huggy Wuggies, Chuckle Fuck and Trent, and fucking Orange Cassidy faced the Undisputed Era. I'm just gonna call them the Undisputed Era. I don't fucking care. They're the Undisputed Era. It's not like I'm not gonna say Adam Cole and Red Dragon because I'm not fucking a mark like they are. So they faced the Undisputed Era, and fucking the whole drama about this match was Kyle O'Reilly doesn't trust Adam Cole. And then in the middle of this match, Kyle O'Reilly accidentally kicks Adam Cole in the face, knocks him clean
Oh,
out of the match.
don't tell me you're gonna have to watch more Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole.
I very well might, because now fucking goddamn Adam Cole, it actually might be something like this. I'm actually thinking I think what's gonna happen. I think they're gonna push this until fucking Revolution. I think what they're gonna do is Roderick Strong's gonna lose tonight on NXT. He's gonna lose the
Nope,
championship.
we are completely out.
He's gonna fucking what he's gonna do is he's gonna lose
Actually,
the
hold on. I
championship.
think there is one crate of it.
He's gonna lose the championship. He's gonna ask for his release.
Never
He's gonna get
mind.
released.
We don't have any. I thought it was eggnog, but it's buttermilk.
Oh wait, he's helping the customer.
Yep, I'm back.
All right. So did you hear what I was saying?
Yeah.
All right. So he's gonna lose the championship, get released, and then he's gonna go to AEW. I think what they're gonna fucking do is they're gonna fucking do Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Elite of Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. I think that's what they're leading up towards.
So, what was I gonna? Oh, did you mention the thing where they're gonna be getting rid of the NXT Cruiserweight Championship? Did you mention that?
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. So basically,
Yeah.
tonight, we'll talk about it next week, obviously, but they're like basically they're going to be unifying the North American title and the Cruiserweight title tonight on New Year's Eve. Now, I think Roderick is going to lose so he can go to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think, because I don't think, like, I don't want it to happen, but I think that's what they're leading up towards. Either that or they're going to have somebody fucking random, because I know, at Revolution, or some other fucking, like, special show they have, it's going to be Adam Cole and the Young Bucks versus fucking Red Dragon and somebody. And I'm just thinking, I'm trying to make it a little hopeful that maybe it'll be fucking Roderick Strong, so I won't have to deal with fucking somebody a random fucking indie guy that they bring up for no fucking reason. But
Maybe it'll be Dante Martin.
no.
Imagine it's MJF.
No.
I think they could be a good faction.
I mean, yeah. But MJF already has a faction.
Not much. Not much of it anymore, anyway. Is the Inner Circle still a thing?
Yeah.
Because Sammy won the fucking TNT title. I know he lost it to Cody, but he did that, and then fucking, like...
Oh, wait,
how their stuff.
how can I forget the fucking monstrosity that happened on this show? So, Dan Lambert, this is before the main event, Dan Lambert, who I have praised because he is a breath of fresh air on this fucking show. For one, he said he's more of a gym...
JR?
No.
Who is Dan Lambert? I don't know who that is.
Okay, so Dan Lambert is the guy. Is the man? He's basically he's the leader of American Top Team, which is like an MMA group or whatever. Now he's managing Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of those guys that actually likes Jim Cornette and shit. So he'll mention Jim Cornette on AEW TV.
Wait, is he the guy that came out on the one AEW pay-per-view and he was like, this is bullshit, like, you don't push the right people and blah, 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 and your booking sucks. And I didn't know that's what
this
his name
guy
was.
is the real fucking deal on this show. He is, like, as good as promos as MJF right now. MJF and him are probably the best part. But, here's what pisses me off, though. Because instead of doing something good with Dan Lambert and Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, he starts talking about Cody. And I'm like, okay. Talking about Cody and the Elite, whatever. And then, of course, Miss Yes, Queen Bitch, fucking...
Another huge return.
Brandy Rhodes.
Also got a double whammy tonight.
I wanted to die, honestly. I had to deal with Jerichovid and this fucking cunt. I can't stand Brandy Rhodes. So, Brandy Rhodes comes out and does her, and she says something on the lines of, get your fucking trifling ass, dumbass, trash ass out of here, looking like a bootleg Paul Heyman. And I'm just like, fuck you. Just fuck you. But Dan Lambert with the comeback, I'm more of a Jim Cornette guy myself, but you sip your own tea, honey. So he has the greatest comebacks. I love Dan Lambert. But fucking Brandy Rhodes is just talking about how basically like, oh, like Dan Lambert said something about something black, like, or something like a black and blue or black eye or something like that. Oh no, yeah, he was saying like, because Brandy Rhodes wanted to fight Dan Lambert, and Dan Lambert was like, if you want, Brandy, I can give you a black eye. And Brandy Rhodes said something on the lines of, oh, you want to give me a black eye? Well, you know what? I'm a black bitch. So come on, let's go. And she starts taking off her fucking earrings. And I am this close to just like grabbing the knife and shit. I'm just like, please stop. Please stop. End the pain. And this show, I don't want to, like, we already see on a fucking weekly basis fucking Cody Rhodes ending racism and shit like that, and fucking Brandy Rhodes being an egotistical cunt, and her fucking reality TV show and everything. And to have her come back and feud with one of the actually great talents fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks. And the thing is, prior to this, which makes it even worse, prior to this feud that they're now getting into, Dan Lambert, Ethan Page, and Scorpio Sky fucking feuded with the Inner Circle, from what I've heard. So not only is he feuding with Brandy Rhodes, he feuded with the Inner Circle.
Oh no.
So fuck me sideways. And I mean, if we're talking about the Inner Circle, we should talk about Sammy Guevara. Because last week or a couple weeks ago, we talked about how Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti were basically fucking. Well, they announced that they're fucking. Yeah, pretty much. They announced they had a New Year's tweet of them kissing, which that's not fucking, but you could tell they're fucking. So we called it.
I saw Tay Conti posted a vlog today, and the thumbnail was her and Sammy Guevara looking awkward, and the title was "We Kissed."
Yeah. So I mean, they're fucking. We called it. So.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Tay Conti, you don't watch Rampage? I didn't watch it either, but I seen Tay Conti was posting about it. So they did a street fight, and it was like Tay Conti and Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford and somebody, I don't know who. And the only clip I seen was Tay Conti, who was covered in blood, uh, did a pile driver on Penelope Ford from the ring to the outside through a fucking table or something. And I was like, well, if Austin saw this, he'd be pissed.
Yeah, I don't
And
even want to hear about that.
and then fucking like people were they were shitting on Tay Conti for the whole Sammy Guevara shit, and she was just brushing it off, and she was like, me at the start of 2021, and it was showing her like debuting in AEW or whatever, and she was like, me at the end of 2021 or something. It showed her like all bloody and victorious or something on like some Britt Baker shit where she held on to that bloody picture of her and shit.
What is these women's fascination with being bloodied and battered?
I don't know.
It's like, what the fuck? But on
Hopefully she
on
doesn't start calling herself the hardcore legend now like Britt Baker was.
hopefully not. But on a more
Speaking of
positive
Britt
note,
Baker, was she on the show?
no.
Wow, the women's champion couldn't even be bothered to be on Dynamite.
But on a positive note, JR's back. He got his last treatment and he's back. So
He said he's cancer free. So that's wonderful news. I'm very happy.
yeah. So moving on from AEW, because that was really it. It wasn't great. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. Actually, it was boring mainly. It was just fucking boring. Like, this week I couldn't fucking be bothered. Like, I had skipped a couple things because I just didn't care. Like, I did. But I'm trying to think of. I think there's one more thing I have to talk about before we get to the review of WCW 2000. But like
Don't
I'm
forget we
trying to,
got DPW before that also.
and yeah, and DPW. But
Because Chris Denker debuted on
mhm,
DPW this week. And I know you can't wait to talk about
mhm.
it.
I mean, we already talked about it. We recorded them at a different time, so.
Well, I was trying to get people excited for the segment, but now you ruined that.
Well, I
So
mean,
great job.
oh, well, you could still get excited for the segment because I still talk about it. It's not like I don't.
Speaking of Chris Denker, I saw something cringy with him today because they're like because I told Austin I was watching Brandon Does Everything and he was doing this reaction video to like WWE theme mashups. So in the recommended for that was Chris Denker reacting to mashups, and I was like, this is gonna be cringy, isn't it? So I go on the video, and within the first 5 minutes, like one of the mashups is playing, and Chris Denker decides to start rapping over it, and it was so unbelievably cringe that I had to close the video.
I'm not
Like it was
shocked.
so bad.
I'm not shocked, honestly.
Cause like I forget what the mashup was, but he started rapping. He was like, and he was like trying to sing. He was like, yeah, boy. It was so cringe. It was so fucking bad. But yeah. So there's a little teaser for when we talk about Chris Dinker here in a few minutes.
Yeah, well, the last thing we do need to talk about is, well,
Oh, also I wanted to ask. I think DPW episode 3 is either out or coming out. Are
it's
we gonna
already
watch
out.
that? Are we gonna watch that or no?
I don't know.
If Chris Dinker's on it, we should. You got to
No.
get your fix of Chris Dinker every week.
I know Luther's on it.
Oh yeah, because he's in the. I think I saw I saw like a picture or something of it because I saw Pulse posted today, and it was like a picture of it was like a picture of him, Johnny from New Legacy, Tony Pizza Guy, and somebody with long hair. I don't know who the long hair guy was, and he was saying something about DPW episode 3 or something. And
Yeah.
there's like a picture of Luther or something.
Well, the last thing I was gonna get to, because it's a sad thing. Betty White has passed away at
Oh
the age
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
99.
That happened this week. And the crazy thing was, I remembered. I was telling Austin about this. I seen someone made like a picture. There's a picture of Betty White, and they put Betty White is 99 years old, and she turns 100 in a couple months. And they're like, we need to do everything we can to keep Betty White alive. We need to give her as much protection as we can from COVID and all this other stuff, so she can hit 100. And then the next thing I know, I just see Betty White has passed away, and I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, she had like 2 weeks until she turned 100, and she
God
passed
damn.
away. She was so close, but she passed away. So we're gonna have to title this episode "Rest in Peace, Betty White,"
Yeah.
just for her sake.
I'm tired of doing rest in peace episodes.
I
People need to
know,
stop
I
dying.
don't want people to die either, Devin, but it just happens, you know?
People need to stop dying. Like, get better at living. I'm just playing. But like, it really is sad. Like, Betty White, I mean, I don't know a lot of stuff she's done because I've
She
just
was
never really
in,
been into Betty White, but I know she's done a lot of shit throughout her life, like a lot of really like cool, amazing shit, and she's like really, really well known.
she's mainly known for Golden Girls and shit.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I just wasn't thinking of it for some reason.
Yeah.
But now that you say that, I remember that. I know she was on like other TV shows and movies and stuff too.
I think The Proposal was one of them as a movie,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
It really sucks because when that happened, I just seen literally everybody I follow was posting "Rest in Peace, Betty White." I was like, holy shit!
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
damn.
at work, I had customers come into work crying about it.
Really,
Like,
really,
yeah,
Jesus Christ!
yeah. Like it
I
happened
didn't
the
have
day
that, but
it happened on the day that I went to work. So there was actually people like really emotional about it and shit.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, rest in peace to the legend Betty White.
Yep. Well, on that note, a sad note, we can get to the reviews.
Yes, sir. Let's get to a happy note so we can listen to Austin talk about Chris Dinker.
Oh Jesus.
So we'll see you for DPW and then WCW. And then we'll be back after that to give y'all the outro.
Yep.
Alright, DPW time. DPW time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to review DPW Wrestling Episode 2. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a big, monumental show because Chris Danger made his debut and Austin wants to talk all about it.
Fuck you, Chris. Fuck you. Fuck your fucking wife. Fuck your goddamn idea that you're a fucking wrestler or a manager, whatever the fuck you want to be. You're the cringiest fucking. Goddamn it! You're as cringy as Grim. You're as cringy as Grim.
Oh my
Me and
God.
Devin both cringe at your fucking segment. You want to tell him what he said? You want to tell him what he said?
So, well, basically, the Delinquents came out, which is, it's Mikey something and Josh Fuller, who we saw last week get fucking chopped by Bojack, and so they come out for the first ever DPW tag team match, and then fucking Chris Danger comes out wearing a red jacket and skinny jeans, and he kept fucking like slicking his hair back, and he thought he was so fucking cool and so cocky, and he got on the mic and he was like, now you're all probably wondering what the hell I'm doing out here, and he was like, but for those of you who know me, you already know why I'm out here. And he was like, my name is Chris effin Danger, and it was so bad. And he was saying that he was like, for 7.5 long years, he was using his fucking his video game character's career as some kind of fucking stat to make himself seem legendary. Because he was like, for the past 7.5 years, I've been one of the greatest fictional wrestling characters of all time, one of the most influential, and it was such self dick sucking and self aggrandizing, and it was so bad, it was so cringe. He kept saying baby after everything, and he was acting like he was the greatest shit in the world. And then he told Mikey and Josh Fuller, he was like, you guys are I'm out here tonight to debut my new faction, and you guys are lucky because you're the first. And they start getting all hype, and then he's like, you're the first victims. He's
But
like,
here's the
ladies and
thing. Before he said first victims, everybody was chanting virgin, 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 virgin. And they started dancing to it, including Chris Danger.
Mm-hmm. So then,
That's how we're starting off the new year.
so Chris Danger says, he was like, ladies and gentlemen, my new faction, the NDA, is apparently what his faction is called. And he was like, uh, he was like, what was the team's name that came out? It started with an R, I think.
The reality.
Yeah, he was like, the reality, baby. And so these two guys come out. I can't remember their fucking names.
This segment has not made me have hope for 2022. It's made me feel like 2022 is going to be worse than 2020 and 2021 combined. Just because of this fucking segment. I don't have hope for this year. I don't. Because of Chris Danger.
Well, he didn't actually wrestle on this show, which I was disappointed about. He managed this team, and it was like a fucking 15-minute tag team match. And the NDA won. And then Chris Danger was like, this is just day one, baby. Day one.
Yeah. And keep in mind, this is the second match. But the thing is, the first match was just nothing but arm bars and ass shaking. So we didn't give a fuck.
It was this Asian chick that looked like a dollar store Oscar. And she was facing, what was her name?
Angelina Risk.
Yeah.
And her whole gimmick is that she backs her ass up. She even has the song Back That Ass Up as her fucking theme.
Mm-hmm. But they had to play it really quiet so they didn't get copyright claimed. So
if she's gonna back that ass up anywhere, it's gonna be okay. So that's all I'm saying. If that's what your gimmick's gonna be, I'm all for it if it's on me. But I'm just.
I mean, that's pretty much all the show that we watched because after that, Austin was just so done after the Chris Danger segment that there was a main event and it was between these two guys. I don't remember their names. It was like this long-haired dude and this big dude, and they had a match that was like 15 minutes. And
What's their obsession with big fucking fat dudes? That's what
I
I
don't
that's
know.
what I want to know.
And that was pretty much DPW episode 2. Not much of a show. Shitty fucking matches. The first match was so fucking boring. Like, even the commentary sounded dead. Like, Pulse and Johnny sounded so fucking dead. Like, and then during the Chris Danger stuff, like,
The only thing good about the first match was the chick that was backing her ass up. Because the twerking was nice. That was nice to see. But, you know, it shouldn't have been a wrestling match. You know, but like, and then Chris Danger, nothing was nice about that. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing.
and then, like, we didn't even watch the tag team match because just, like, after the Chris Danger promo, it was so cringy and so bad that we couldn't even like watch the match. And then after that, we were
No,
like, I was like,
you were trying. You were trying. You're like, are you
I
sure
wanted
you
to
want
see
to
if he
skip?
was
I'm like,
gonna
yeah,
do anything, but he didn't do anything. He
I
just
made
managed
sure.
him.
I made sure. He
Like
just fucking managed. So
he just did nothing. And I'm like, they clickbaited the title because it said Chris Danger makes his pro wrestling debut, and he did not wrestle at all. Uh, it was
safe to say, I
a
will not
bad
be
show.
watching another DPW show.
Well,
I
we
will
will if Chris Danger actually wrestles.
If Pulse or Chris Danger actually wrestles, then yes. But I am not going to watch another one if I don't see any of them wrestle.
Oh, they also announced another match for their pay-per-view. Is some random chick versus Ryu Mizunami. And Austin didn't recognize who Ryu Mizunami was, so I had to tell him that she was the fucking bitch that looks like a fat female Okada, and she was the one who faced Hikaru Shida at Revolution, and she was the one that was like dancing and like acting like she was like pulling the rope to get to the corner. Do you remember that?
I don't want to remember that, Devin. That's the thing.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't
her.
want.
So she's going to be in DPW for God knows what reason. So, yeah. That's
Well,
another match they
without
announced for
further
their
ado,
shitty pay-per-view.
back to the podcast.
Yes, sir. Fuck DPW. It is so fucking trash and so fucking indie. It's so bad. It is so fucking bad. I don't want to watch it again unless Chris Danger or fucking Pulse wrestles. That's the only way I'll watch again. Fuck DPW. It's fucking trash. And fuck you, Chris Danger, for being fucking cringe. You know what I'd like to see in DPW? I'd like to see Chris Danger versus the Great One, so the Great One could kick his fucking ass. That's what I'd like to see.
I like to see the Great One versus Chris Dinker's wife.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh, you know who I'd love to see wrestle in DPW? Oh, I'd love to see him get his ass kicked. I'd love to see Sean's View Entertainment wrestle in DPW. That'd be amazing. See him get his fucking ass whooped. But yes, sorry it's not a fucking hour-long review like it was last week, because this show it felt dead. That we watched the full first match. It was awful. It was sloppy as hell. It was boring. The commentators sounded dead, and then the Chris Danger thing was so bad that we couldn't even watch the rest of the show. So there's your DPW episode 2 review.
You would think with a match that has a girl who fucking just shakes her ass, you know, the commentators would be lively. But no.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about him no more. It was so dead. It had no energy to the show.
All I could say is what a start to 2022.
Yep. Oh, man. What a rough fucking start for DPW. Well, there's your DPW review. Fuck DPW. And this is the last time we're reviewing it. Unless Chris Dinker pulse wrestles. So yeah. Back to the fucking whatever reviews after this. So fuck you DPW and fuck you Chris Dinker. And yeah. End this eternal pain. I can't even. I don't have words. Austin, you intro this. I am so just. My mind, my brain is like fried from this right now. So you intro this.
Okay. So, WCW Nitro, Monday Nitro, September 25th, 2000. Now, the only reason, keep in mind, the only reason Devin wanted to do this was because he knew I was going to get mad about the Vince Russo thing, which we'll talk about that later. But this whole show, the only description we had was Vince Russo challenges Booker T for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Little did we know it was so much more. It was so much more.
This was my idea, but I'll be honest, I had no idea what I was getting into with this. This went so far beyond my expectations that at this point I don't even know if I had expectations. This was
so bad that
this was special.
Laughable.
This is the first time that they're on record of every single wrestling review we've ever done. This is the first time that something wrestling related that we watched was so bad that Austin was laughing. Laughing. Usually it's hooting and hollering and screaming and throwing things, but this was so bad, so out there, so nonsensical, so terrible that Austin was laughing. I've never seen this before from you.
Because I don't know what to fucking think. We keep in mind. Okay, I'm just gonna, before we even talk about the show, I'm gonna name some people that's on this show.
It's quite the lineup. We had an all-star team on this show.
We have David Flair. We have ICP. We have that 70s guy, Mike Awesome. We have Ernest the Cat Miller, Elix Skipper, fucking Sting, Booker T, Jeff Jarrett, Scott Steiner, Johnny the Bull, Big Vito, fucking Mark Jindrak, fucking Sean Stasiak, goddamn Kevin Nash, Sean O'Hare, fucking... We're not even done. We're not even close to being done, because Chuck Palumbo, Rey Mysterio, Conan, General Erection, Sugar Shane, fucking... Oh, Shannon Moore, Chronic...
Evan Courageous. Don't forget about the special guest judges.
No, I'm getting to that. Fucking Beetlejuice, Crackhead Bob, fucking goddamn...
What's his name? Like Hank
the Angry
Midget, I think, or Hank the Angry Dwarf.
Hank the Angry Dwarf. Fucking... Oh my god. Major Guns, who used to be a porn star, if you didn't know, before she went to WCW, so there's that. Vince Russo, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Why? We don't fucking know.
Oh, don't forget Austin, Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, and all the employees. Don't forget the Chuck E. Cheese ball pit.
Don't forget that 70s guy's fucking bus.
That 70s guys bus. Fucking, I'm trying to think of anybody else who was on the show. Fucking,
Mike
I never,
Sanders.
I never thought I would say this. Goldberg was on this show.
Goldberg
I
was on
didn't
the
like it.
show at least 8 times.
I didn't like it, but I sat through it. I
And-
don't know what to do with
And
this
don't forget
show.
the all-star player of the all-star team, Vince Russo, in full football outfit with
What?
mouth guard and cup.
What was this show?
This was WCW wrestling, Austin. This was the competition to WWF. This was the alternative.
Apparently,
At the
this was
time.
the I'm tempted to look up. There were signs about fucking Stone Cold getting hit by a car. So this
I mean, it
could
was
be.
in 2000, so
This could have been fucking. If this is what they were competing with at that angle.
this show was so out there. It was a single word can't describe the show. It was so many different things all at once. It was like it was like the magnum opus of shitty wrestling. It was like you take every single element of a bad wrestling show, mix that together, and then let that like ferment and like mold and rot, and that's
Dude,
what the show was.
no, I know exactly what it is. It was like AEW mixed with every indie show, bad TNA, like bad Ring of Honor, bad like WWE, and
Mhm.
then put it in the hands of Vince Russo.
The hands
That's
of
what
God himself, some
Nah.
might say. The evil
No.
demigod, Vince Russo, the
Fucking
evil
evil.
genius.
It's fucking evil. That's all I'm gonna say. Evil. What the fuck is this? I can't even describe how I feel. Like, I'm mad, but I can't stop laughing. Because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I didn't know what the fuck was going on in this goddamn show. We had like a 2-minute match between Mike Awesome and fucking ICP.
And it was well, we'll get to that when we get to it, because there was a lot of matches on this show, and none of them lasted very long. Not a single
So-
match went over like 5 minutes, I don't think.
No.
The bikini contest was longer than all the matches, to be
The
honest.
bikini con. We'll get to the bikini contest. We'll get to that.
This show had the first ever WCW bikini contest.
I think
And I don't know if it was.
the last one, too.
I was about to say, I don't know if it was the only or what, but. Oh, so what started off this shit show?
Well, the Johnny the Bull versus fucking Big Vito.
Man, this started off, and I seen the Titantron. I'm like, and Austin was like, no, that's not Vito. And here comes Big Vito, the man who I was telling Austin, I only know this man from being in SVR 2007 and not knowing who the fuck he is. So, oh,
I was telling Devin I only know him for being fucking Vito in the dress.
yep. And this is what he was doing in 2000. He was part of, I don't even know what faction, because there was a bunch of factions on this show. There were so many factions that I just, at a certain point, I just kind of just forgot who was in what. There was so much. This was so all over the place.
But he faced Johnny the Bull, aka, if anybody knows this from TNA, Relic. Killer spelled backwards is Johnny the Bull.
Yep.
Why? Keep in mind, Relic teamed with Black Rain, aka Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, what are we supposed to say about the match? It was a short match. The only
It
thing I
was
remember,
it was a kendo stick match.
yeah, this was a kendo stick match that ended in a DQ, by the way.
Yeah. So okay, I guess I'll go with the match. Basically, they just hit each other with kendo sticks until this one fucking weird dude with like this weird fucking hairstyle. I can't even describe the hairstyle. It's like he's bald all the way around except for like the back of his head, like by
Yeah,
his neck is like
he
a
had the Oompa
ponytail.
Loompa hair.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call it. I don't know. It was so weird.
He came out and started whooping Vito's ass, and they both started whooping Vito's ass, and then Vito's sister comes from the crowd and gets in the ring, doesn't do anything, keep in mind, and then the bell rings.
Yep. I'm not sure if it who got DQ'd or what, but ended in a DQ.
I don't know. I don't think there was actually a fucking winner. I think he just got thrown out.
This was
uh,
this first match really set the stage for what this show was gonna be. We thought this opening was bad. Little did we know we were only at the surface of how deep this show went into fucking madness.
well, after that, next they started talking about fucking David Flair, and he's got to find out who the father is.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, we never figure out what's going on about this, who the father is, what this storyline's about at all. We just see David Flair going random fucking places and shit. It's just, what the fuck? This is why David Flair failed as a wrestler. Like, he was putting this, like, oh my fucking god, like, maybe they could have got him over if he just did the fucking, like, Ric Flair thing. Like, Charlotte, whatever we say about Charlotte, at least Charlotte was somewhat over. There's no way David Flair was ever over as this. You gotta admit, there's no way somebody's cheering for David fucking Flair with this shit.
Oh god. Just every storyline was just insane. Like,
this was such a change from 5 months before this Slamboree.
I know.
This was such a
like everything changed. There was nothing that was the same from Slamboree. Absolutely nothing.
The champion wasn't the same.
Nope.
Fucking none of the storylines were the same. Where
Mike
the fuck
Awesome
was Eric
wasn't the
Bischoff?
same.
Mike Awesome definitely wasn't the same. Which
After this show, I don't think Shaggy 2 Dope or Elix Skipper or Beetlejuice will be the same.
and we'll get to all that. I'm trying to figure out what was next. Was it the Battle Royal?
I think it was the tag team battle royal, because for some reason, apparently something, so Mike Sanders goes up to Chronic and and he tells them basically that Vince Russo said that because of whatever happened on Thunder the past week, that Chronic is out of the tag team battle royal, and apparently this tag team battle royal was for the WCW tag team championships. And so we immediately, like, everybody got jobber entrances, besides, for some reason, the Filthy Animals. I don't know why.
Because they're the tag team champions at the time.
I don't even know if they bothered to mention that. But
dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, we got babyface fucking Rey Mysterio with no mask on.
wearing leather overalls, and he had black devil horns.
Yeah, he had black devil horns. And fucking,
I
We
can't
had
ever look
people
at Rey
like,
Mysterio the same ever again. I really can't
well,
after
keep
seeing
in
this.
mind, we had people like 3 count in this match,
Hmm.
and fucking Chronic shows up in the middle of it,
Oh,
and
don't
then,
forget the Misfits in action were in this.
well, let's not forget that we couldn't even figure out who Sean O'Hare's partner was until they said it was Mark fucking Jindrak.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
And the Young Dragons were in this as well. And then I don't know who the bald guys were with the bandana. You said you know who
I
they were.
know they had I don't know who they are exactly, but I know in like the beginning of NWA TNA they were being pushed major, and they had Nazi gimmicks. So
Oh no.
yeah, so
Jesus Christ. So this was, as you can imagine, very poorly booked. People were getting eliminated, and then all of a sudden, Chronic comes out, and Chronic just starts destroying everybody.
keep in
And,
mind it wasn't their original theme. Their theme was dubbed. You could tell because we've heard the original theme.
yeah. So they just start whooping everybody's ass. They were literally destroying everybody. They eliminated 3 count. They eliminated the Young Dragons, like just elimination after elimination. And then it got to a point where Chronic was fucking murdering everybody in the match. So security had to come out and mace them and handcuff them. Not just like handcuff them, right? They had to mace them. It's like, what the fuck, man? And in the end, it came down to Juventud Guerrera, Rey Mysterio versus Mark Jindrak and Sean O'Hare, and these were the last 2 teams. And the winners ended up being Mark Jindrak and Sean O'Hare as the new WCW World Tag Team Champions.
What the fuck, dude?
But they were also part. We didn't know this in the moment, but they were part of the faction known as the, what was it? The
Natural Born Thrillers.
yeah, Natural Born Thrillers, which we would see multiple times later on this show, by the way.
God, dude. Fucking next was fucking ICP.
Versus,
They come out.
Oh yeah.
They come out and they do a promo about their JCW promotion, and the
Yeah.
commentators are like, even Mark Madden, who I fucking hate Mark Madden, he's like, what the fuck are they talking about? Because nobody cares to know what JCW is. Shut the fuck up, ICP, you delusional motherfuckers.
Yeah. And they challenge that 70s guy, aka Mike Awesome, to a handicap street fight or a handicap hardcore match or whatever it was. So
This is I don't know if anybody else knows this, but Devin didn't know about this until I told him. But this is like one of the most infamous moments in ICP wrestling history, because this is the moment where fucking Mike Awesome knocked Shaggy 2 Dope unconscious.
So that 70s guy Mike Awesome comes out in this fucking rainbow bus, and ICP like runs up to the bus, and they try to get him out of it, and then he just like shoots a fire extinguisher in their face, and they start brawling, and then they like get on top of the bus, and Violent J gets thrown through a table, and then it's Shaggy 2 Dope and that 70s guy fighting on the top, and he tries to throw that 70s guy off. Then he counters, and then fucking that 70s guy power bombs him fucking across the bus. He fucking lands really nasty and then slides off, and Shaggy 2 Dope falls off the bus and lands and smacks his fucking head on the concrete, and he got knocked the fuck out. And then that 70s guy was like, well shit, and just pinned him, and he won. And that was that. And they just left Shaggy 2 Dope laying there unconscious.
And next we had, after that fucking fiasco, we had Another David Flair
Hmm.
segment.
But this
So we
time,
see.
David Flair drove to on his hunt for. Wait, did it? What was the last segment of David Flair?
It was him. It was him trying to find the address of
Oh,
where.
so in this segment, David Flair, he, of all things that could have happened to make this show even worse than it was, for some reason David Flair drives to a Chuck E. Cheese, and he walks into. Keep in mind, this is like if you don't have Chuck E. Cheese where you live, Chuck E. Cheese is like this. It's like a kids pizza place that also has like playroom and like arcade games and all kinds of shit.
Animatronics.
Yeah, and keep in mind of what this is. And fucking David Flair walks in there with a fucking crowbar, slams it on the counter, and is asking where he is. And they're like, "Oh, sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave." Motherfucker goes inside the playroom with the kids and starts like digging through the ball pit
Dude,
trying to find them. And
I
he's
don't
just
even know if
telling,
the girl up front was like told that this is gonna happen because
I don't
she
know.
looked so fucking uncomfortable. She's like, "Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave."
Yeah, and like keep in mind every David Flair segment, multiple times he would yell at people and tell them to shut up. That's all he was saying was, "You shut up. Hey, you shut the hell up. Shut up." Like he just kept saying it. And that's how that segment ended, of him looking in the
No, no, no,
fucking
no,
ball
no.
pit, didn't it?
Yeah, he went into the ball pit. You didn't even mention the ball pit first.
I said he was looking through the ball pit.
Oh.
Don't try to correct me when you don't got the right information.
Oh, next we fucking get introduced to the Whack Pack.
Oh,
Jesus
this
fucking Christ.
they made Mean Gene do this shit. Poor Gene Okerlund had to do
You
this
know,
shit.
here's the thing, though. I was telling you the match before. I'm like, we should review the episode of WCW 2000 where Beetlejuice came on,
Hmm.
and for some fucking ungodly reason, this is the episode.
So all these guys were from fucking Howard Stern's fucking whack pack, and we had the one guy who was the crackhead. We had Hank, the angry dwarf. We had the high pitch guy. I don't remember who the other guy was. And then you also had Beetlejuice. And they were named as judges for the first ever WCW bikini contest, which they kept showing all the contestants backstage, like Tori Wilson and all that, and they kept saying, "Oh, it's next, it's next, it's next," but it wasn't
It
fucking
was never
next.
next. It was never next.
Oh, and they
But
they
no,
fucking interviewed Beetlejuice about it, and he was saying how excited he was.
and then fucking Kevin Nash and the Natural Born Thrillers come in the fucking
Hmm.
room. And Beetlejuice is just getting fucking swarmed.
Hmm. I don't even know why they all came in. At that point, I was just trying to find where Beetlejuice was.
I could see like the little red and blue he was wearing. Keep in mind, Beetlejuice is wearing a fucking Superman get up.
Yeah. Oh, what was next after this? Was it the bikini contest or was something else first?
Oh god, I'm trying to think. Fuck. Oh, it's such a mess. Fuck, I don't know. No, it was Scott. It was Scott Steiner and Jeff Jarrett
Oh
coming out.
yeah, yeah. Because like not Scott Steiner, fucking Jeff Jarrett has his own group called the Slapnuts or something like that, and I guess Scott Steiner's a part of it. I don't know, but they were cutting this Scott Steiner was cutting this promo about how he made Goldberg quit at was it Fall Brawl or Brawl for All? I
Fall
forget which one.
Brawl.
So he was saying how he made Goldberg quit, and then Goldberg fucking came out through the crowd, and him and Scott Steiner were fucking fighting. And this was not the first time that they fought on this show. Such a fucking mess.
And the next was fucking the bikini contest.
Yep. So we see Mean Gene in the ring. We see all the contestants standing outside the ring. And then they give a fucking entrance for the Whack Pack. And we see the crackhead, the high pitch guy. I thought there was another guy. And then fucking Beetlejuice all came out.
And then
And
the fucking the angry dwarf is drunk, and
yeah,
he's
they're
walking.
like, even Mean Gene was like, I think we're missing somebody. And then a full, like, 30 seconds later, Hank, the angry dwarf, walks on. You can tell he's fucking blasted drunk. And he comes out with a fucking alcohol bottle, and he's fucking walking up to the contestants, and he just fucking grabs Tori Wilson's ass, and you can tell she was so uncomfortable. And then they all get in the ring, and fucking Hank, the angry dwarf, had such a hard time getting in the ring. He had to get help getting in the ring, because one, he was a dwarf, and two, he was fucking blasted drunk. So they start doing the bikini contest. Who was the guy? Who's the chick that was with Mean Gene, the one in the fur coat?
I think she was part of the Whack Pack or whatever. I
don't remember what her name was, but so they start introducing the contestants first. I'd be fucked if I remembered any of their names besides Tigress and Tori Wilson. But the one Asian chick gets in the ring. She's wearing a white bikini. She looked really good. Then the next chick got in the ring. She was wearing like pink or something, or purple. And then Tori Wilson gets in the ring, and she's wearing like this silver bikini. And everybody was like, fucking Mark Madden was marking out for Tori Wilson. And then I think after that was Tigress. And they said she was part. They announced like what faction each of these women were in as well. They said
Tigress from the Filthy Animals.
Yeah, and they said Tori Wilson was known for spending a lot of time with the franchise Shane Douglas. And fucking I don't know who they had this other chick that was with Tigress. She was wearing yellow.
No,
and
I realized that it was like Halsey or Palsy or something like that. She was with the fucking the artist. Ashley and Bree.
Oh no, not the artist. Why, man? I'm surprised he wasn't on this show of all things. Like, what?
And they had this other Asian chick named Layla. She was pretty attractive. I would hate.
Hold on, I gotta do it for him real quick, Austin.
Oh no.
You don't know what we're talking about. This is the artist thing. Oh god. God, WCW 2000 was something else. So
that Layla chick was pretty fucking hot.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
And then the last contestant was like this red-haired Asian woman. What was her name?
That was the Layla chick.
Oh, okay. So
the last
she was
contestant was Major Guns.
Well, yeah. Fucking Major Guns gets in the ring, and they say that I think the Layla chick, was she part of the Young Dragons, or was it?
I think so, yeah.
And then fucking Major Guns, they said she was part of the Team Canada. Is that what they were called, or the Canadians? Which
I think she was originally part of the Misfits of Action, but she was part of Team Canada.
Oh yeah, they said that she was forced to be part of Team Canada against her own will.
Now,
and
I only know she used to be a porn star because they legit said that on WCW television.
Oh god.
Before, so yeah, Major Guns used to be a porn star.
So she was wearing she ended up wearing like an American flag bikini, and then apparently this triggered fucking Hacksaw Jim Duggan's Winter Soldier because he came out with short hair and he was wearing like Canadian stuff, and he came out and he was like, oh, what do you think you're doing wearing that? It's disrespecting our country, and cover yourself up. And everybody was booing Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and he tried to like get Major Guns out of the ring, so she got like disqualified from the contest. And so the time came for them to actually judge. And so they started asking the Whack Pack who they thought won, and at the same time, the chick that was with the Whack Pack like took her coat off, and she had like massive tits, and
Yeah, you can tell
like,
those are silicone.
oh, also Mark.
Who?
Alright, so as I was saying, my controller died. So Mark Madden made a comment about silicone. He said something about what Layla was
It was
wearing.
a
He said,
no, it was a tigress.
well, because
She was
he
like,
made like a couple comments about it. Because the one about Layla, he was like, oh, silicone and leather. Like he said something like that. And then he also says something about tigers, where he was like, oh, no silicone on that one or something. Mark Madden was fucking simping.
I hate Mark Madden so much.
Oh, they kept giving him like camera shots too, and like under Mark Madden's name it said the best looking man as well. And Austin was getting so irritated at Mark Madden.
I fucking hate Mark Madden. That's the one thing I hate about these shows. That like Mark Madden, Vince Russo, Goldberg, hate them all.
Well, they were all on this show
I know.
multiple times.
So fucking the one chick wins or whatever.
Because everybody unanimously votes for her, and she's like, I'm not even in the contest, and Mean Gene's like, oh well, you win anyway. She's your first ever and probably only WCW bikini contest winner. And then we see the chick come out because Layla gets all upset, and then we see the chick come out who was with Scott Steiner, and they start getting into a very sloppy cat fight. And then it just cuts to a backstage interview with Scott Steiner. and Scott Steiner's like, yeah, that's my woman. She can handle herself. That's why she's my favorite freak. And then they start getting interviewed about how he said, they're like, oh, you said you made Goldberg quit, but we saw Goldberg earlier here tonight. And Scott Steiner like started cutting a promo on Goldberg. He was like, Goldberg, I made you quit, so why don't you stay quit? And then Goldberg starts fucking attacking Scott Steiner backstage. Oh God. So I don't even know, man. He starts attacking Scott Steiner backstage, and then like security gets fucking Goldberg. And then didn't it go back to the bikini contest after that? Or did
No,
it? What happened?
no, it went to Disco Inferno.
Oh yeah, Disco Inferno decides I want to come out and cut a promo with my orange button-up shirt and my duck, because I couldn't tell you why, but
And he's talking about how he has a new partner, and he says, "This is my new partner." But Scott Steiner comes out.
yep, right after getting attacked by Goldberg, and he comes out and calls out Goldberg, and then Goldberg
comes out,
even
and
though
then
he
they
just
have
got
a match.
detained by security.
They just have a fucking match. What the fuck?
Oh, not only just a match, Austin, they have a Hell in a Cell.
Oh, and Scott Steiner's wearing a fucking Cody Rhodes fucking face mask.
You'll see it in the thumbnail while we're talking. I had to have Austin cut out a PNG for that. It was too perfect. They were Mark Madden was saying it was Scott Steiner's protective face mask. I don't know why he was wearing this. I really don't.
Well, it wasn't really the greatest match, but Goldberg won, just walked out. That's how he won.
Yes, I guess
And then
Goldberg's back in WCW now. I guess. I don't know.
I guess. I don't fucking know. I didn't care for it, but then the funniest shit happens next. Oh my fucking god.
So
Like, as soon as this fucking happened, me and Devin started fucking dying.
I wasn't expecting this. So we see Jeff Jarrett, Mr. Slapnuts, as Ernest the Cat Miller called him, Lil Slapnuts. He's walking backstage, and fucking Beetlejuice is there, and Beetlejuice starts talking shit to him, and like,
Beetlejuice called him Slapnuts.
so Jeff Jarrett starts walking away, and Beetlejuice turns around and starts walking away, and then Jeff Jarrett turns around and he grabs his Slapnuts guitar and he fucking busts it over Beetlejuice's head and knocks him the fuck out. Me and Austin were both crying, laughing. Beetlejuice fucking dropped, and he was like twitching and everything. And he just left him fucking laying. Like,
What the fuck was on the show?
I don't know.
What was this show? And that leads into fucking Jeff Jarrett versus General Erection. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, don't forget, we also had a segment with Ernest the Cat Miller and his chick that was with him, and he was calling out somebody, and the natural born Thrillers come out, and they all start attacking Ernest the Cat Miller. And Ernest the Cat Miller was wearing a fucking Michael Myers boiler suit. This was all so weird.
I don't know what to say about this show, honestly.
But then we get Jeff Jarrett versus General Erection, and the match wasn't anything special. General Erection's about to win, but then we see fucking
It's a fucking
who was it?
it was all of Team Canada.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
So, for those who don't know, Team Canada consists of Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Lance Storm, Major Guns, and fucking Elix Skipper.
Why was Elix Skipper put in this shit?
I don't
Like,
know.
what the fuck? I don't even think he's Canadian. What the fuck?
So, they all come out and they screw General Erection out of the match, and he loses, and then he starts getting attacked, and then we see the rest of the Misfits in action come out. We see Chavo and the gang, and they're all trying to fight him, and then fucking, for no reason, fucking Sting comes out, and they all start brawling, and then the Canadians and Jeff Jarrett get up to the stage, and then Lance Storm grabs the mic and is like, oh, Sting, it's time you want to stick your nose in somebody else's business, so I'm gonna show you some respect here tonight because I'm Canadian and I can. And then we go to commercial and they come back and they're immediately just wrestling in a match. And we were just like, what? And then the match was like very short, and
Sting won.
and that was that segment. And then, oh god, was the main event next, or was there anything else that I'm missing?
I think the main event was next. Yeah. Oh no, wait, David Flair.
Oh yeah.
So David Flair parks his Hummer right in front of a house, and we think we're gonna find out who this fucking father is. I don't know we still don't know what the fuck's going on. We're just fucking enjoying it. But fucking David Flair knocks on the door with his fucking crowbar, and some random fucking guy answers the door, and he's like, where the fuck is he? He didn't say fuck, but he's like, where is he? Where is he?
The guy's like, who are you? What are you talking about? Why are you in my house? And David Flair's just like, shut up.
He just walks throughout his house. You can see fucking just a random fucking house, and then he asks for the address, and he's like, "It's next door."
So then he goes next door, and he starts knocking on the door, and then the guy's like, "Oh, well, he's not home. He's been out of town for a week. He's gone." And David Flair's like, "Well, I want you to give him this message." And the guy's like, "You're a crazy person. I'm calling the police." And David Flair's like, "No, I want you to give him this message. Tell him that I'm going to be sitting right here until he gets back because I know he's the one that did it." And then the guy's just
What
like,
did he?
the guy's like,
We
"I'm
don't know
calling the
what.
police." And he's like, David Flair's like, "I want you to give him that message. You better give him that message. You got that?" And then right before they cut back, the guy's like, "I don't." And then they go right back to fucking WCW.
I honestly, like, I need to see what has David Flair done. Has he done anything on the independent circuit?
I don't know.
David Flair.
I honestly
God, he's
don't know.
40 fucking 2. Dude, I need to see. Okay,
God, he
professional
must have been
wrestling.
really young in that then. Like 20.
Yeah. National Wrestling Alliance. So he was in NWA. World Wrestling Entertainment. He was in TNA. I guess he wrestled until 2009, and then he retired.
Well, damn. But
His last appearance was a indie show with the net. He defeated. Okay, so he wrestled a match with his half brother Reed. He was making his professional wrestling debut, defeating the Nasty Boys via submission. With Hulk Hogan as a special guest referee.
oh,
What a fucking
good
final
lord.
match.
Good lord. Oh, they brought up Reed Flair on this show, but it was in what we're about to get to. So God, so they did interviews with both Vince Russo and we forgot to mention they started off the show with Vince Russo, and he was cutting this promo about how he was in his hometown, and he kept calling it Long Island, even though it wasn't in Long Island, New York.
No.
It was in
Long
like
Island was fucking
Union
WWF
Square,
territory.
New York, or something like that. It was Union something, New York, that they were in, and like the crowd
Long
was
Island was WWF territory.
yeah, the crowd was cheering Vince Russo, even though I guess he was supposed to be the heel here. But they did interviews with him and Booker T, and Booker T just kept saying, "Don't hate the player, hate the game." And
I guess that was his catchphrase back then.
I guess that's before he came up with "sucker." I guess.
I mean, it played before his fucking theme song too.
Yeah. But so we get to the main event, and it's what WCW calls a steel cage, even though it's literally the Hell in a Cell. And so Vince Russo comes out in full football getup, and he has like a jersey that says Russo #1. He's wearing the helmet and the mouth guard and the cup and the whole 9 yards, big ass elbow pads. And he gets in the cage, and Mark Madden's like marking out over Vince Russo. He was calling him. He was calling him the real life Rambo or some shit. Like, he was really sucking Vince Russo's dick in this match. And then the champion Booker T comes out. God. And then when the match starts, then we see fucking all these people start coming out, and they're like surrounding the cage. So this was like a Hell in a Cell steel cage lumberjack match.
It was a fucking mess.
So Vince Russo starts attacking Booker T with a baseball bat, I think it was, and then he tries to escape, but the people won't let him escape because obviously they don't want Vince Russo to become champion. And like Mark Madden kept saying, he's like, "Oh, this is Vince Russo's destiny," and all this shit. And people in the crowd had signs that said Vince Russo saved WCW. They're saying like Vince Russo equals ratings and all this shit. And so eventually Booker T started getting offense, and that made Austin happy. So Austin was cheering on Booker T, and they made a comment about how Booker T had wins over Reed Flair or something like that. Some comment like that 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 Mark Madden made, I guess. And this was just a fucking mess of a main event. So there was just so many distractions. Like, so Vince Russo gets a ladder, and we're both sitting there like, why is Vince Russo getting a ladder? And so he sets the ladder up in the ring. He climbs it. He rips the roof open on the cage and goes to climb through it. And then we see that 70s guy, Lex Luger, climb the cage and almost fall to stop Vince Russo. And then we see Sting drop down for no reason on top of the cage. And they knock Vince Russo back down into the ring. And then Booker T starts getting all this offense. He starts whooping Vince Russo's ass. He hits him with the fucking scissors kick and spinneroonie and fucking super kick, and like Booker T was just whooping Vince Russo's ass. He had the match pretty much won, and Booker T. Oh, also all the people that were on the outside, for some reason, here we go again with the natural born Thrillers. They all come out and they get into like this big brawl with everybody, which gets everybody away from ringside. So then Booker T gets a microphone and he's like, "Oh, I told you, Vince Russo, don't hate the player, hate the game." And so Booker T goes to escape the cage, and then we hear Goldberg's theme music because after he beat Scott Steiner earlier, Goldberg said, "Russo, you're next." And so Goldberg comes out for like the 8th time on this show, and Goldberg like goes inside the cage and he tells Booker T, let's double team his ass. So then like Goldberg tells Booker T to escape, and Booker T goes to escape, and then here's fucking Scott Steiner holding the door shut, and Booker T just kicks the door in Scott Steiner's face and knocks him down. And then fucking Vince Russo goes to attack Booker T, and then Goldberg spears Vince Russo through the cage wall before Booker T can get out of the cage. So Vince Russo, that's how he wins the WCW Championship.
Yeah, so fuck you, Goldberg, you piece of shit.
It makes it even better that Goldberg was the one that made him win too.
And you people wonder why I hate Goldberg. You people wonder. You people wonder.
But the funniest part is just like right after that, they're like, "Oh my god, we have no idea who won," and then they just end it. It just ends. There's no resolution to anything. We don't know who wins. We don't know what happened with David Flair. Nothing. There was no. We don't know if fucking. Oh, we also forgot to mention, when Sting came out for the Elix Skipper part, he fucking was like hitting people with a baseball bat, and he fucking whacked Elix Skipper in the nuts with a baseball bat twice. I don't know if it was on accident, but you could tell he was fucked up. So we didn't know if fucking Elix Skipper or fucking Beetlejuice or fucking Shaggy 2 Dope were ever the same after this. We don't know if they were still unconscious. We don't know if Elix Skipper could even walk after that. Nothing was resolved on this show. This show was just a fucking mess with no ending. Like, and that was September. That was WCW Nitro, Monday Nitro, September 25th, 2000. And that's really all I can say about it, because this was just a fucking mess.
Oh dear God.
Every single aspect of this show was awful. There was nothing good on this show. Not a single good thing on this show. And somehow all this shit formulated a show that somehow actually turned out to be entertaining to watch.
I don't understand. I don't fucking understand.
This is the first time I've ever seen something so bad that Austin actually ended up enjoying it. That is a first.
I don't fucking understand.
And even after this show ended, we were both just sat here just in shock at what we just watched, this entire show. And I was asking Austin, I was like, man, was WCW 2000 like this every single week? And Austin was like, I'm pretty sure. I'm just like, oh my god, how are more people not talking about WCW 2000? Like, this shit was so fucking wild. Like, I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words again at this show. Every segment made no sense. Every match made no sense. Every match was like fucking 5 minutes long, if that. All the promos made no sense with people coming out. People came out on the show like 8 different times. Fucking Beetlejuice got knocked out by a Slapnuts guitar. Like, what else am I supposed to say about this fucking show?
You're gonna get so many PNGs for this thumbnail, I hope you know.
I know, man. I hope whatever's on screen right now is the most cursed thing that you guys have ever seen. Because this was truly an all-star. This was a star-studded show. Truly. You talk about your WrestleManias and your Starcades and your Bound for Glories and all these big wrestling shows. You talk about the legends of the wrestling business.
You know what?
This was truly a legendary show.
Fuck Roman Reigns. We have goddamn Beetlejuice. You better acknowledge him. You better acknowledge him.
God. So fuck the bloodline. We got the natural born thrillers.
Nah. Fuck the bloodline. We have fucking Chronic.
Fuck the bloodline. We got the fucking Whack Pack. God. Fucking. Oh my god. Fuck Tony Khan. We got Vince Russo, baby.
Okay, hang on.
Vince Russo, I was telling Austin this, I'm like, during the main event, I was like, man, Vince Russo really is the greatest booker of all time. Somehow he managed to make this show happen. Somehow he concocted this fucking experiment.
I cannot agree that he's the greatest booker of all time, because he's not, but...
This man is an evil genius. Somehow he concocted a show that was so bad that it was good. Somehow. I don't know how. But he did it. This show was all about Vince Russo as well. This entire show was just sucking Vince Russo's dick. That's all this show was.
That's what the package was for the entire show. It was just sucking them off.
Oh, speaking of the package, we forgot to mention the package was also in the main event because he gave Vince Russo a baseball bat.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god. Oh.
I mean, it also gave us the time where fucking Mark Madden just talked about packages. So, you know, his real true calling.
Oh. I advise anybody that's watching this right now, if you're any sort of wrestling fan, please go check out this show. I advise you to check this out. This is like a once in a lifetime experience that you get to experience for the first time. please check out the September 25th, 2000 episode of WCW Nitro. You won't be disappointed. You'll be disappointed in terms of storylines being resolved, but you won't be disappointed with what you watch. Trust me, it is from top to bottom an amazingly bad show.
Dude, I'm genuinely debating on fucking watching the next episode.
Oh no!
Okay.
What do you want to see what happened with David Flair that bad?
I really want to see what happened with David Flair.
I'm curious what the whole storyline is about, like finding out who the father is and who this guy is that he knows did it, and why he has to go find him at Chuck E. Cheese with a crowbar.
We might have to postpone the Kurt Angle bestiality sex episode. We might have to postpone that so we can watch it. The October 2nd episode of Nitro.
This is the kind of thing that happens when you don't know what you're getting into, because going into this, it was like, oh, Austin was like, oh God, why did you pick this? Why did you have to pick the show where Vince Russo won the title? Like, this is going to be terrible. And it went from, this is the only episode of Nitro that we're watching after this, no more WCW, to Austin wanting to watch the next episode of Nitro after this.
I just want to see what happened to David Flair.
I never in my life thought I would hear Austin say, I want to watch the next episode of WCW 2000.
I just want to see, what's the fucking, I need to see the fucking description. Damn it, I'm fucking trying. It's being
Pretty
slow.
sure the next show after this is like October 2nd or something like that, it said.
A new WCW champion will be crowned. That's all it is.
Vince Russo, baby. Oh, dear God.
Oh God, I'm just trying to... Oh no. October 23rd, a rivalry between WCW champion Booker T and Scott Steiner escalates. Goldberg faces Shawn Stasiak.
Why Shawn Stasiak? How do you get from like 3 weeks before that, Vince Russo holding the title and Goldberg making his return, to 3 weeks later Booker T's the champion again somehow and Shawn Stasiak is facing Goldberg? Like, how do you get from point A to point B there?
Oh my God. Dude, what the fuck? Okay. Live from London, this is November 13th, 2000. Live from London, Kevin Nash confronts the Thrillers. Goldberg, Ric Flair, and the Lethal Lottery. What the fuck is the Lethal Lottery?
Do I even want to know?
Oh no. I'm scared. December 4th, 2000, Commissioner Sanders drops a bombshell. WCW champion Scott Steiner, Goldberg, and Sid Vicious.
Oh, dear God. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Why have we opened this fucking forbidden tomb of forgotten wrestling?
I don't know.
Why have we done this?
Live from Australia, Sting versus Big Papa Pump, Booker T, Goldberg. Oh, man. September 11th, David Flair and Miss Hancock get married. Ric Flair ponders his attendance at the ceremony. Can't.
I just don't even have words to say right now. My mind is so fried from this. This means we have to do more. Like somehow we said Slamboree was gonna be it, and then we decided to do this, and then we said this was gonna be it, and now here we are.
Well, you were saying how you wanted to do a fucking WCW 2000 omnibus or a fucking WCW 2000
I was
ranking.
just saying that, but I mean,
if you want to do a ranking, there's 52 episodes. No, I'm joking. I'm not doing that.
well, then that would also have to include pay-per-views too.
Yeah.
God, I don't even want to know how bad the pay-per-views were. And we've seen how bad Slamboree was, man.
Oh, man.
Man, I can't believe fucking David Arquette and Vince Russo were champion only like 5 months apart in the same year. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I don't even know.
Oh, God.
Can we end this, please? My brain hurts.
Back to the podcast.
Oh, that was fucking WCW Nitro, September 25th, 2000. God help us all if we have to keep doing more of this shit. Oh,
Okay,
God.
here's the deal. We need to figure out what's going on with David Flair, and once we do that, we end the WCW shit.
I hope so. Oh, alright, well, back to the podcast where our minds won't be fried and we'll have a lot more energy, so more upbeat, Devin and Austin. Over to you guys. Fuck's sake.
Alright, those are the reviews this week.
Yep. Hope everybody enjoyed us watching good old WCW 2000, because don't you worry, we got more of that coming soon enough. But for next week, we do have a review lined up that Austin chose, which is going to be the Bestiality Sex episode of SmackDown, featuring Perk Angle. So that should be a fun watch.
Yes.
Man, like with New Year's Revolution, we hinted at Perk Angle, but this fucking episode of SmackDown, this is like Perk fucking Angle, and like if we ever watch fucking TNA, that's gonna be peak Perk
Yeah.
fucking Angle. Like, god damn. But trying to think, is there anything else we have confirmed for next week? I mean, AEW review, obviously. But
yeah.
because
Well, I
Austin
guess.
said he is covering it till Revolution, so yay! You'll be getting a Revolution review as well. So.
Well, I mean, I don't fucking know of anything else. I don't think.
Well, hopefully fucking Sniper Wolf doesn't get herself in any more shit. Because I don't know if this is the end of the story with that, or if she's gonna do something else, or some other shit's gonna happen by next week. I don't fucking know at this point.
I don't know.
But if anything else does happen, we'll be sure to let you know.
Yeah.
So I am curious, Austin. Like, what's gonna happen if Sniper Wolf sees this podcast and we get like a cease and desist from Sniper Wolf? What are you gonna do?
I doubt that. She's too much of a fucking cunt.
I'm just saying, like, what would you do if that happened? Like, what if she tried to sue us?
I don't know. I
You'd see
mean,
some real Austin rage.
yeah, I don't fucking know, honestly.
Well, that being said, now Austin's gonna go masturbate to Sniper Wolf.
No.
Thank you all for watching this episode of the What the Fuck podcast. We will be back next week with episode number 36. We are inching closer and closer to episode 40. And before we know it, we'll be at our 1 year anniversary of the podcast, which isn't too far off. It's only in a couple months. So
Yeah,
I think it's in April, May, June.
it's at the
something
end
like
of
that.
April.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We got like 4 months.
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't want to think about that. Because we're already coming up on the 1 year of live commentaries this month.
Yeah.
Time goes by too fast.
I haven't even gotten to start on that supercut, so I don't know if it's gonna be out by the anniversary. Sadly, if it's not, What I'll do if it's not up by the anniversary, I will work on it throughout the year and get it up for the 2 year. That's what I'll do.
Austin's been too busy watching AEW to do it. That's why. I'm just playing. But yeah, we will see you all back next week for episode number 36. Till
Yep.
then, we'll see you guys next time, and fuck you, Sniper Wolf.
Fucking cunt. Peace.
And rest in peace, Betty White.
Rest in peace, Betty White.